Today, we deep dive the return of Flair with Upper Deck's Patrick Smith, get a sneak peek at next year's Young Guns design, and honor a massive Hall of Famer, plus a whole lot more. Welcome back to episode 386 of the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast, presented by our good friends at Upper Deck.
Josh! Loud collector, Phil! Loud collector, Phil! Baba Louie, Baba Louie! Yeah. Baba Louie, Baba Louie!
And California Dave! And California Dave!
California Dave! Welcome to the Gong Show.
Hello, hobby family. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to the Gong Show. My name is Josh. I'm here with my friends, Dave, Phil, Louie. Dave, you look a little brighter today. Like there's a little more pep in your step. Like you're a little healthier after a month of sorrow and horror and pain. We have a new hockey release today. So you better now?
Things are good. I mean, to be honest, I'll be better, to the listener today. Because I'll have my box. I will have opened it and good time.
How the shakes treating you?
They're pretty bad, but they're all going to be very quickly healed. So yeah.
Oh please, your Kings made the playoffs and the worst playoff team on the planet. You should be happy over there.
As long as we somehow don't have to play Edmonton in the first round.
You will. It's tradition.
And
you'll get slubbered.
Anything. I would way rather play Vegas, just anybody but Edmonton. I just can't. Yeah.
All our teams are in the playoffs. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Are you guys going to any playoff games? I got tickets already for game the second home game for the Kings. So
were you just listening to the 5 minutes before we started recording when we went through like the day by day blow by between now and when we leave for the expo? We're in like panic sprint mode. Yeah, not in a bad way, but we got a lot on our plate before. Taking this show on the road is not getting easier. So that's something to work on but yeah, we're definitely in crunch mode. We actually have a big card show here this weekend. Louis, are we going? I didn't even talk to you about that yet.
We can talk about that after and see what we want to do.
Oh, sidebar after. Yeah. The Minnesota card show, like it's what, 2-3 times a year, which there'll be 2-3 cases of hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, you say every year you don't get opportunity like this, like I do in Canada. So take the advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, we probably should. So.
Yeah, but it's not the same opportunity as what
the problem
you have in Canada.
It's 7 hockey tables in
Minnesota.
Others.
There's not a lot of hockey at the card show.
No,
getting better, but no.
I thought you were a hockey state. What is there?
We
baseball?
Oh, it's Vikings. I think from a professional standpoint, Vikings are the most popular team. Probably followed by the Wild, but it's more of a high school and college hockey state than even professional. So.
I always forget you have the young athletics to lean on.
Well, Phil, I can't wait for tomorrow night, Friday nights with Phil. I'm sure there's no plan, no script, but what do you got going down?
No, I definitely can wait. We have Thorson. He'll be our guest. He's not even a guest. He's just coming to hang out. It's ridiculous. I had the acetate guy on Instagram, but I double booked because Dave's much more on the ball than me. And he booked up Thorson. Thorson asked me, for the record, every Friday if he can come on, and I just say no. So he found a loophole. He asked Dave, and Dave's like, I got a guest. I'm like, oh, great.
Well, Phil texted me yesterday, and he was like, hey, I got the acetate guy. I'm like, we also have Thorson. And he's like, oh, man, I didn't remember. Of course he didn't remember.
And, I wouldn't dare ask Thorson to move his very important date. So we rebooked the acetate guy for the following Friday. That'll be a banger, and it'll be good. So I'd like to get to the bottom of a lot of the riffraff with him, you, and Louie. Josh, I'm talking to you. Like he's a Minnesota fan, but he doesn't like the Wild or something, or he's from Wisconsin and he likes Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that would make him a smart Wisconsinian.
Okay. No, but so he Thorson is from Minnesota, correct?
He's from Fargo. He's from like the Fargo-Moorhead area, which is like basically Minnesota, North Dakota. Yeah. There's a river. Weird things happen in rivers. I don't know.
Well, he makes fun of you guys for something, and we'll get to the
his North Dakota team.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, he likes the North Dakota. What are they called? Like the Thunder Kitties or something like that now? Or
I like fighting.
That sounds awesome.
Fighting gerbils.
Do you know the story about that?
What are we talking about
so
now?
the North Dakota were the Fighting Sioux before the whole name controversy with Native American and appropriating their names for teams and so on and so forth. Louis, maybe while I'm talking, I can't remember the guy's name, but there was a massive donor to the University of North Dakota hockey, massive, and he gave like a couple $100 million to build an arena. But his one condition was that they never change the name from Fighting Sioux. And he went so far at this arena where like every 6 inches, he put the Fighting Sioux logo.
Wow.
Like went way, way over the top.
Love it. Conviction. Good.
And then they ended up changing the name anyways.
Oh.
But, really every team but the Blackhawks, it seems like.
Well, it's such a gray area. You can interview certain people of a group and they don't care, and of the same group but a different side, they care, right? But the ones that care are louder. That's a bit of the issue.
I don't have a dog in the race. I just think that the whole story is kind of funny. Where that the guy, do you find his name?
Well, are you talking about the arena's name? Are you talking about Ralph?
Maybe the owner,
or what are you talking about?
The donor that gave all the money on the condition that they never change their name.
From the
University of North Dakota.
Yeah, Engelstad threatened to withdraw his funding.
Yeah, that was his name, Engelstad.
Just the name there. That's
so how'd they change all the logos? That was every.
They left them, I think. I mean, they were like concrete stamped. Every.
Okay. It wasn't painted. It was like a.
He must have spent like $20 million, probably not that much, but a lot of extra money to make that happen because he was so adamant that he never wanted the name change. So, but anyways, going back to the old WCHA, which was better college hockey before Big Ten football money required our Golden Gophers to join the Big Ten conference. A huge rivalry was North Dakota and Minnesota.
When I wore a North Dakota hat, I think he was pretty proud of that. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, he gave us North Dakota hats.
Oh, is he the one who gave it to me? Well,
I'm glad he's proud.
Yeah, so we wore them just for fun.
There's not much to get to the bottom of on Friday. Then I could just go wear the hat, and there's my answer.
All right, well, we'll look forward to that. To our boy Thorson on Friday Nights with Phil.
We don't have to talk about that on that show, do we?
I still don't really understand what's going on. It's okay.
Well, he'll
wear the hat, and all is well.
He'll bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Lastly, but not leastly, before we get started, a reminder that this show, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast, is a Patreon podcast. It means that we do rely on the support of the good listener and the good watcher to help us cover show expenses, keep this Gong Show afloat, continue to produce more and better hockey card content, and then fund initiatives, even in a small way, to grow the hobby. You can support us for as little as $5 a month, USD. Be one of the first 999 supporters of our show. You get the Feature Watch Gonger title. You get access to our Gong Show exclusive show with our boy Neil behind the bench. Expo Mom was abandoning us in a couple weeks at the Expo. Don't worry, I'm not bitter. We actually did a free preview yesterday. So if you want to see what that show's all about, even before joining, you can go to our YouTube and check that out. We also do fantasy hockey, some playoff challenges, scavenger hunts. It's just a great community that's very active. We get tons and tons of people chatting and making friends all day long. So very much encourage people to join our crew.
And enemies.
We have enemies?
Well, you can make enemies in there. Frenemies. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
I thought everybody... You insist that everybody loves us and nobody hates us. That's
what
you tell me every day.
Of people. Come on. If I'm in your group, that's silly.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well, if you want to support us, go to our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com. Click on the Become a Patron link at the top of the page, or go to Patreon directly, patreon.com. Search for us. We are the Hockey Cards Gong Show. There's a link in the show description, both our podcast app and YouTube, and our Instagram, TikTok profiles too. Baba Louie.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 new patrons since our last show, and we want to go ahead and shout them out.
We do. First one, which is Kay Chan, who is actually a Gongshow partner.
He upgraded from Triple Diamond to Gongshow partner, which was very sweet.
Good upgrade.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And Printing Plate Guy. Love it.
I wonder what he collects.
I don't know.
I got a
101.
Yeah, maybe we'll go in Discord and ask him.
Sure.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, Lou, what's the game plan?
Game plan for Thursday is starting off with get to know your Hall of Famers. Then it's more hobby hot takes. After that, we'll get into some hobby news. Then it's a little chat with Upper Deck's Patrick Smith, and he's going to chat about the Flair return.
Yeah.
Then we have a little 26-27 Upper Deck Series 1 sneak peek.
Oh, that's
Take a look
exciting.
at.
Nice.
And finish up with some personal pickups.
Thank you, Louie. Let's get this Gong Show going with our Get to Know Your Hall of Famers series. It's where we're profiling every single Hockey Hall of Fame player, all 400 or so of them. Started with the very first Hall of Fame class in 1945, have since been working our way to the present day. Today, we're on the last player from the class of 1972, and it does not get any bigger than this, guys. Gordie Howe.
Oh,
Ever heard of him?
Right-
Gordon
right to the
Gord?
You pronounced his name wrong.
Oh, I did.
There's an E at the end, so it's Howie.
Gordie
That's how I
Howe.
would- Yeah, that's how I would pronounce
Gord
it.
Howe. Okay.
I pronounce every letter of names.
Yeah, well,
America.
America.
Yeah. Exactly.
America.
Sometimes goes by the name of Mr. Hockey.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see if we can learn more about Gordie. Maybe we already have stuff we didn't know. We'll see. Gordon Howe lived from 1938 until passing away at the age of 88 in 2016. He was born in Floral, Saskatchewan, and passed away in Sylvania, Ohio. Quick side note. My parents were divorced. I lived with my dad in the summers. My dad had a job where he moved around. I spent a number of summers in Sylvania, Ohio, which is kind of wild.
There are vampires there?
That's
See
Transylvania in
Oh, wow. It kind of sounds the
but it's
same.
close. So yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Gordie was a right wing, mostly shot right-handed, but sometimes left-handed. Ambidextrous is what they call that.
What? No way.
Yeah. And in a playing career that basically lasted half of human history, or from 1946 until 1980. I'm going to say that again. His career lasted from 1946 until 1980. Gordie played mostly for just 3 teams. The Detroit Red Wings, Houston Aeros, and Hartford Whalers. A 34-year career.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. Gordie Howe won the Art Ross Trophy 6 times, the Hart Memorial Trophy 6 times, was a 12-time NHL first All-Star team selection, a 9-time NHL second All-Star team selection. Only played in 23 All-Star games, unfortunately. Most importantly, he was a 4-time Stanley Cup champion. Oh. And in 1,767 NHL games played, Howe produced 801 goals, not bad, 1,049 assists for just 1,850 career points, and added 1,685 penalty minutes. During his life and after his death, even, numerous honors were bestowed on Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe, including he was an officer of the Order of Canada, which seems like that's probably about as big of a deal as you get in your country, Phil.
It's a big one.
And it seemed another big one was the Queen Elizabeth II Silver Jubilee Medal. Do you have one?
I'm not familiar with the Jubilees. I feel like that there's a lot of Jubilee things up here. The first one's biggie, for sure.
Okay. Why you should care about Gordie Howe. Gordie Howe was born in Saskatchewan in 1928, and his family later was born in Floral, and then his family later moved to Saskatoon.
Yeah. We're great friends with Saskatoon.
Almost started a card show, but instead played hockey. Money was tight, and hockey had to fit in around real life. As a kid, he played on frozen outdoor rinks and learned early to protect himself, battle through contact, and make every shift count because nothing came easy.
He was the original elbows up. He was the guy. That's where the elbows up term came from, because Gordie had the elbows in the corners. Yeah. They took it. They took the thing.
He was slight as a boy and sometimes doubted whether he was tough enough for the next level, but his hands, balance, and competitiveness kept showing up. Detroit scout Fred Zollner noticed Howe, or as Dave would say, Howie, as a teenager and invited him to the Red Wings training camp, giving him the opening that changed his life. At that first camp, he struggled badly, developed painful blisters, and nearly gave up on pro hockey before a team official convinced him to stick with it. Think of the butterfly effect, right? Where,
jeez, yeah, no kidding.
If the guy maybe would have said, yeah, you're right, you probably should go back to Saskatoon. Wow, that might have changed hockey history.
Yeah, no statue.
Yeah, there you go. That miserable first impression ended up mattering because Howe came back tougher, more prepared, and more determined to prove he belonged. He spent the 1945-46 season with Omaha in the USHL, where he sharpened his game against older competition and showed Detroit he was worth the investment. Howe reached the NHL with Detroit in 1946-47, and even though he is still raw, it was clear the Red Wings had found a special talent. In his early seasons, he was not yet the complete force he would become, but he kept growing into a powerful winger who could score, pass, and punish defenders physically. By the late 1940s, he had become part of Detroit's emerging core and was helping turn the Red Wings into one of hockey's great post-war powers. In 1949-50, Howe helped Detroit win the Stanley Cup, the first championship of his career, and the first sign that his prime years were about to take over the league. Early in that same decade, he joined Sid Abel and Ted Lindsay on Detroit's famous production line, one of the most celebrated forward lines in NHL history. In 1950-51, Howe won his first Art Ross Trophy as the NHL's leading scorer, announcing he was no longer just a star player but the league's offensive standard. He followed that by winning the Hart Trophy in 1951-52, beginning a stretch in which he was regularly seen as the best all-around player in hockey. During the 1952 playoffs, he suffered one of the most frightening injuries of his career when he crashed heavily into the boards in Toronto and fractured his skull.
Oh, Jesus.
The injury was so serious that his life was in danger, but Howe recovered, returned, and added another layer to his legend by coming back from what could have ended everything. Detroit won more Stanley Cups in 1952, 54, and 55, and Howe was at the center of it all as the Red Wings became the class of the NHL. By the early 1950s, writers and fans had started calling him Mr. Hockey because he seemed to embody every part of the sport: skill, toughness, durability, consistency, and star power. Howe was never just a scorer. He was feared because he could beat opponents on the rush, out-muscle them along the boards, and make them answer physically if they took liberties. That complete style later inspired the phrase Gordie Howe hat trick, the unofficial term for a game in which a player recorded a goal, an assist, and a fight. In 1952-53, well, actually through the 50s as a whole, Howe dominated awards voting, piling up Art Ross and Hart trophies while finishing near the top almost every year. In 1956-57, he scored 44 goals and 89 points in a 70-game season, numbers that showed how far ahead of his era he was offensively. Even as the league changed around him in the late 1950s and early 1960s, Howe remained the player opponents had to game plan for first. In 1962-63, he became the first NHL player to score 500 career goals, another milestone that reinforced how far he had separated himself from previous generations. He kept adding to his totals with remarkable consistency, and by the late Original Six era, he was already being discussed not just as the best player of his day, but one of the greatest ever. In 1968-69, at age 40, Howe won yet another scoring title, a stunning reminder that even younger stars still had to chase that same old standard. He initially retired from Detroit in 1971 after 25 NHL seasons, leaving with 801 goals and 1,049 assists, the totals that remained almost untouchable at the time. Retirement did not last long because in 1973, he returned to play in the WHA with the Houston Aeros alongside sons Mark and Marty, creating one of hockey's most famous family stories. Howe was not just a ceremonial attraction to the WHA either. He was still productive, still dangerous, and helped the Aeros win Avco Cups in 1974 and 1975. He later joined the New England Whalers, and when that franchise entered the NHL as the Hartford in 1979, Howe played one final NHL season at the age of 51, scored a goal, giving him the incredible distinction of scoring in 5 different decades.
That's so ridiculous.
Oh
but yeah, there's a part of me that's like, okay, did they?
Was it like a carnival attraction at some point? Or,
yeah, like did they're just like, dude, are you going to level Gordie when he's going in for a goal? Let him score. It's like, yeah, okay. But you like 51? Come on.
No.
So you said he could score both sides, so he just had a flat stick and he would just change his hands around?
Blade was straight.
And he would just change his hands around so he could shoot left and then switch.
I think he mainly shot right, but he could shoot left too.
That's crazy.
Unless somebody blasts me in the comments for that, but I'm pretty sure I know that. Let's look at Gordie Howe's hobby market. His rookie card is in the 1951 Parker set, card number 66. The highest selling copy is this PSA 8.5 that sold for $205,200 US in May of 2021. One of the most iconic cards in all of the hockey hobby, of course. And again, notable that this card was produced about 4 to 5 years really into his career, as 1951 was the first time that hockey cards were made after World War II. Production stopped during the war. There's 50, 60, 70, almost 80 years now of Gordie Howe cards. And so what I did to highlight the remainder of time is I picked 2 more Playing Days cards and then 2 modern cards to feature for Gordie Howe. The other Playing Days card I picked is maybe one of the other most iconic cards in all of the hockey hobby, the 1954 Topps. It's card number 8. The SGC 9 we're looking at on YouTube is the highest public selling copy, sold for $51,782 US this past October.
I feel
I like
this
one
is more recognizable for this represents that set, the Richard and Sawchuk. When someone says 51 Parkey, I think Richard and Sawchuk. I don't think of Gordie.
This might be my favorite Gordie Howe card.
Yeah,
because it's very American looking.
Well, it's the first Topps hockey set too. Then the other Playing Days card I picked was his last card, the 1979-80 O-Pee-Chee, where he's 51, looks like 74.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's crazy. The highest public selling copy is this PSA 10, sold for $4,514 US in May of 2025.
Do you think a big part of him coming back was to play with Mark?
I'm sure.
His son. I mean, that's as a father. I mean, that's
who wouldn't want to do that?
That's the pinnacle of fatherhood, would it not? Play professional sports with your blood. I don't think that's worth $1 billion to me, wouldn't it? I'd think most dads would.
You know how when you go and you learn how to ice skate for the first time, they give you like that little whale or the thing to hold to skate around the ice? You think that's what he was doing with his hockey stick at age 51? He was just using it as a brace.
I'm glad you said when he learned to ice skate. I thought you were talking about rollerblading. Yeah, so
no.
Nobody says ice skating. It's skating. If anyone wants to say anything other than skating on the ice, the onus is on them to change the natural order of things.
I apologize to you, Phil.
I accept your apology. I accept it.
It's incredible how deeply offensive you can be at sometimes, Dave.
Yes, I know. It's really tragic.
Just when you think you know somebody.
Here's my 2 modern. There's a million to choose from, but I just picked some bangers. How about this one? 2005-06, the Cup, Gordie Howe. It's a variation patch auto 101 with the game used jersey. Inscribed Mr. Hockey, BGS 910 grade. So for $33,000 US in December 2023, or about 80% of what a Macklin Celebrity RPA.
Yeah, I was about to say, wouldn't you rather have this card over all of those?
Yes,
like, it's not even a question.
This is top 10 greatest hockey cards of all time. Immediately, full stop. Not a sticker auto. You see a bit of his leg. One of my biggest knocks on the early Cup cards is that they cut them off, and it's a kind of a rinky-dinky card. Look at that patch. Red and white Canadian colors. Mr. Hockey, hard signed. And he signed it over 20 years ago. He's not that shaky. That card's worth $100,000.
I was going to say, whoever spent $33,000 on this, 3 years ago?
Bargain.
Genius.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing left you need to say. Look at the price of this card and what this card is, and look at what's going on right now. Oh, I feel foolish. I feel so foolish. Yeah.
If I owned this card, I would I would start at 100,000. I wouldn't even. I would laugh at anything under 100,000.
It's not
At
worth
least.
to sell for 100,000, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
isn't
say,
this
like,
this if we always make the joke Hockey Hall of Fame to put a hockey card? This is the one.
Yeah.
This is the one you put in for Gordie. Yeah. 100
It's
100 days insulting.
It's a great reminder that there are still cards out, maybe not to this extent, but while everyone's going over the Breenies and the Schaefers and the Bedards, there's lots of cards like this out. Gretzky game used patch autos and other iconic, amazing cards that are going for fractions of what those are going for. And I think 5 years from now, those people are going to be laughing.
Yeah.
Just
And not selling.
I'm still,
Right?
I'm still
There-
kicking myself over that Gretzky honorable numbers.
A big part
Oh,
of our
gosh.
hobby is just seeing it and let alone forget trying to get the card. Our hobby is full of quiet guys that have a vault in their house. They're not showing cards.
Yeah.
They're just not. We may never see this card for sale for 40 years.
Or ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or ever. Yeah.
Yeah. The next one I picked, not quite as cool, but I like it as well. It's a 2009-10 Exquisite Collection Rookie Patch Auto Flashback out of 25. Highest selling copy is this BGS 910 that sold for $4,424 in September of 2023. I would have to guess that would go for a lot
Way
more
more.
today, too. Very nice.
Yeah, for sure. That's hard signed too, right? That's before
I don't know. Nah,
it's hard
2009-10.
signed.
Oh, okay.
2009. What's that?
Yeah.
They're hard signed. I know they are.
Yeah, that's hard signed. Yeah.
Well, that boy is your Hockey Hall of Famer, Gordie Howe.
I want to say one thing at the beginning of Gordie's journey into manhood into the NHL. It sounds like he was a slow development, but he really learned how to impose his will on the ice, you know?
Yeah.
They just kept giving it. Just shows you some people like the classic. It takes a defenseman 3 to 5 years to get it. Maybe back then it just took, some men mature slower than others. And it sounds like, in year 5, 6, he was like, I got this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to some more hot takes. I said I wasn't going to do this again this week, but honestly, so many people actually asked us, and we had 4 or 5 people in Discord say that they wouldn't mind us running it back. And hey, who are we to deny what people want? We're not going to end up doing it every week. I do know that, but we'll do it maybe once or twice a month. It'll be a regular bit. And we did have a lot of hot takes left over. I didn't even solicit any new ones for this from last week. And we had some more come in just through our Discord naturally after we did it. I think once people got a sense of how this bit is going to work. And these are pretty good. So most of these new, fresh hot takes are pulled mainly from the Gong Show Discord. You guys ready?
Ready.
Oh, you're going to read them out? You don't?
No,
want me
you
to?
are.
Oh, okay. Look like are you sure?
It's a new thing, and I'm a learner, just like you. I'm not trying to invade your space.
No, I like dictation. There you go. Okay. So take a back seat there. All right, Discord, Mr. Brinklow. We know it's Chris. Wayne Gretzky's 1979 card is not his rookie card. It is a WHA card, not NHL. He was playing in the WHA, and the Oilers were in the WHA at the time of the photo. The game wasn't played in an NHL arena, nor was it actually sanctioned a WHA arena. His true rookie card is the 1980-81 card where he is playing an NHL game in an NHL arena on an NHL team. Hot take, Mr. Brinklow. Josh, why don't you respond first?
I think technically he's right, because we do tend to define rookies, and Upper Deck does it, and the NHL does it. They have to skate in their official NHL jersey. But I still don't think the sentiment will ever change, though, especially to move a rookie later. You could point to, so for decades and decades, people thought of the 1986 Flair as the Michael Jordan rookie. And then within the last 2-3 years now, it's sort of that sentiment has changed to the 84 Star is now his rookie. But it makes more sense if you're going earlier. It doesn't make as much sense to me if you're going later. So I get his logic, but I just don't think that sentiment will ever change.
Okay, I'll follow up with this. Chris, I love the hot take, but I strongly disagree with you. Ooh. So I think, Well, I mean, it makes sense on paper, but as someone who has been in the hobby for a long time, you're trying to define what a rookie card is by the league he played in, by the arena he played in, and the game context. Cards have never, ever been defined that way. Players have had rookie cards in studios, practice jerseys, airbrushed uniforms, European jerseys, Olympic jerseys, junior jerseys. Some rookies even appear on cards before playing in an NHL game. There's a plethora of those examples. So both statements can be true, but they're not interchangeable, which brings me to my conclusion that I disagree with your statement.
All right.
Yeah. Dave, anything to have any response to that? You don't seem that interested. So
well, I was just gonna say I know what the 1979 card looks like. I have no idea what the 80-81 card looks like. And so
it's a great card. It's a great card. Very spendy.
I'm sure it is, but it's not iconic like the 79. And really what people are looking for is that iconic Gretzky card, and that is the iconic rookie Gretzky card. So it will always be the rookie card, whether tomato. So
all right, next question from Discord.
Can I just say that Dave's like hanging on as a hobbyist by a bare thread here when you say you don't know what the 1980 Wayne Gretzky looks like?
Yeah, I lost a lot of street cred there, brother.
I'm sure if you showed me a picture, I'd be like, oh yeah, that one. But yeah.
Shh, quiet. Okay.
Listen, Josh. Cards before 2020 are harder for me to grasp. So
okay,
I'm getting there slowly.
Discord cards AH. Hot take. Pack odds mean nothing to me value-wise. I've seen some garbage 1-of-1s and some out of 5 cards. Just because it's a 1 out of 10 million packs, 10,000, sorry. Packs doesn't make it a garbage card, not garbage. I'll go. I fully agree, my brother. You should call Billy Cilio and tell him. You know what else is really rare in this world? Fossilized coprolite. Incredibly rare. Very expensive. Does everybody like it? No, most people don't like coprolite because it's fossilized mammal poop. So yes, I agree. Just because it's rare doesn't mean we want it. And Billy is obsessed with that thought. He thinks just because it's rare, he gets very confused when the cards aren't highly sought after. And I keep trying to explain to him, if it's kind of a thrown in design, doesn't matter how rare it is, no one wants it. So I fully agree with you. Fully. Dave, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you too. And I think the hobby does as well, because if you look at what the hobby does and where they put their money, I've seen plenty of 1-of-1 cards sell for $15, right? Like it doesn't necessarily make the card valuable just because it's a 1-of-1. And
well, ugly card's an ugly card. That's
card design matters. And I know we've harped on it a bunch, like the Fanimation design, but if you look at the previous year's Fanimation designs and what they sell for, and then you look at the new Fanimation designs and the same player and what it sells for, it's like 1/10 of the price. So yeah, of course, card design matters, and people vote with their wallets, and people vote accordingly. And so we have seen that. Just because it's a short print or a very hard hit doesn't necessarily.
So you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, 100%.
You lukewarm. You okay? Josh, yourself?
Totally disagree.
Oh wow, here you go. Quiet in the shadows. Here's your time.
Well, he says that pack odds mean nothing to me value-wise. I don't disagree that the card has to be sought after and the design has to be good and there has to be a chase to it, but it also has to be rare. There's lots of very cool looking cards that are too common and don't have value either. So my point is it has to have both.
True.
Oh, that's a good point. It does have to have both. It's a fraction. The whole numbers.
Fraction.
Yeah. It's a fraction. All right. Well, I make slight amends. We should probably move on. Discord, East Coast 76. Also known as the Dwayne Meister. Okay. He's asking, hot take. It's wrong to cut up jerseys and memorabilia into bite-sized pieces for cards. Some of these are museum-level artifacts being destroyed. Louis, why don't you hop on here and give your thoughts on that one?
Well, my thought on this is not every jersey or memorabilia piece being used is some priceless artifact that belongs in a museum. A lot of it would never be publicly displayed anyways. Well, that's what I feel. And memorabilia cards let more collectors actually own a tangible piece of the game.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
Well,
just think of I was thinking of all the players that have a lot of their stuff or other people's stuff, and when they bring it up in interviews or conversations, they're like, well, yeah, it's downstairs in my basement in a box or something. So it's nice to, if it's just going to sit in a box, get it out. I mean,
yeah, but it's like we're like, look at Bobby Orr doesn't want his jerseys cut up. Like, what, the playoff worn Bobby Orr Boston jersey isn't in your buddy's basement.
No.
Well, that's it. Yeah,
I think
I'll go. You go, Dave.
You go, Josh. I'll go after you.
You want to back cleanup, huh? Okay, you can.
Sure. No, Dave is agreeable. He's going to agree with everybody. I don't want to make anyone upset.
All right, you want me to go first? I'll go first.
I want you to disagree hard and be kind of rude. Go.
I was going to say that it depends on the jersey. So Jack Hughes' gold-winning gold jersey, should that be cut up and put in a bunch of hockey cards? No, it should definitely not be. So I think it depends on the jersey and the game that jersey was played in. If you're talking about game 62 in the third period of some random game, and collectors can get a piece of a game-used jersey in a card, yes, let them enjoy that. So I just think it depends on what the jersey was and the significance of it and what game it was from.
All right. Go ahead, Josh. Finish this off.
Well, Dave stole my answer. I will add to it, though. I do think that there should be a council of jersey deciding, and the leader of that council should be me. I want to decide what happens to every jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a gray area. I struggle with this a lot. I lean the most with the group. I think it depends on the jersey.
You're too scared to give a real answer. All right, fine.
I'm not hot and bothered by it. It doesn't take much. You know that. I don't have an opinion on it.
We need a new cleanup hitter is what we need.
All right, next question. Next take. Nimitz. Oh, this is a big one. Oh, I also thought this question made me think this thought. At the end of hot take, we should all vote who our hottest hot take is. Not necessarily if we agree or disagree, just who thinks ruffles the most feathers. And this would be my... No, this is not it. No, never mind. Okay, but this is still a good one. It's the next one that I think ruffles a lot of feathers. And I love it. Okay, but this one from Nimitz. Evan Bouchard deserves the Norris Trophy and gets overlooked. His positives outweigh the negatives, but the media only shows the negatives. Take a look at the stats, turnovers, points, percentages, etc. compared to Makar and others. I'll wait.
Mic drop.
I'll go first. So for this year, I think Werenski takes it, even though Columbus isn't making the playoffs, which is pretty crazy. But the media seems to be very Zach friendly right now. I agree with most of your points about Bouchard, but here's the thing: you said the media only focuses on his negative mistakes. Well, anyways, negative play. Dude, it's the 1 out of 10 passes that he screws up, takes a high risk, and loses the game over it. Now, I started to nitpick dates and times. I don't want to be petty. You know what I'm talking about. So the Norris isn't just someone who produces the most men. Whether it's fair or unfair, it's tied to the perception of being a complete defenseman. Right now, Bouchard has not fully earned that label, and it takes years. He needs at least minimum 2 years of maybe a few less points, better analytics in the defensive zone. He takes far too many chances, and that's also why he's good. He does make those passes more than he doesn't. So it's a double-edged sword, man. As someone who's a big Erik Karlsson fan, listen, give him the Norris for 1 year. He won it 3 times in his career. Come on, man. Like I'll defend Erik Karlsson till I'm blue in the face, but come on. I mean, it was arguable the second time he won it, and he's still one of the best players I've ever seen play in person. But we're talking about defense and what the Norris Trophy encapsulates. All right, Louis, what do you think?
I don't think Bouchard is overlooked. He's still a legit candidate, but saying he deserves it is different than saying he has a case for it. He has more raw points, but Makar has the better points per game pace and a cleaner takeaway giveaway profile, like was stated in the question. So the idea that this is just media bias doesn't hold up to me. Like you said, Phil, it's the killer. It's that one or two crap mistake that kills it.
Josh, what do you think? Do you agree with Nimis? Disagree?
I disagree. I think that he is definitely in the top 4, top 5, and that the consensus seems to be he just doesn't have a complete enough game as some of the other players. And it's kind of like Nathan McKinnon, I don't think will ever be seen as a better player than Connor McDavid, even though you can kind of make an argument. It's just the perception that fans and the media seem to have.
I know in my little mini research that I'm not presenting at all, Bouchard has his giveaways in the neutral zone. He's bottom 5 in the league every year. That's a big, not good thing to have on your resume. It just is. You can be great at everything else, but that's kind of part of your main job is to not let that happen, and you're the one doing it. You know, and this isn't a trashing on Bouchard. I mean, I'd love him on my team. If he wins the Norris this year, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Oh, there you go. I don't know. I don't care if he wins it or not. I'm just responding to your hot take. Dave, do you have anything, or can we move on?
I would just say that he's, if you were to ask me who's the best defenseman in the league, he doesn't even cross.
Well, you're a Kings fan. That's why I was kind of trying to
wait till he lights you up in the next one.
Yeah.
No, it's not him I'm worried about. Trust me. It's the other.
No, you like Bouchard probably. You're like, yeah, he gives us a couple of goals every series.
He actually does. He actually helps us maybe stay in it a few times. But
and
yeah,
he's got full effort out there. I love the player. I do. It's just you can't put him in that echelon.
He's also young. He'll take some time, but like everybody's been saying, like he'll mature and he'll get better. And let's have this conversation in 2 years. But right now, no, he's not. He's not there. I wouldn't even say he's in the top 5 for me.
Woo. Hot take from Dave on your hot take, Nimis. Okay, next hot take. Discord, old school cards. Oh yeah, this is my vote for hottest take of the week. Here we go. The main reason the Celebrini market is so high is because people are ready to move on from McDavid. McDavid has been in the league for 11 years, and he still can't even win a Stanley Cup. People wanted it to be Connor Bedard, but Celebrini has taken center stage, and he is on a young, talented team with upcoming potential. Shots fired.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh, my goodness. Gentlemen, I don't know. When I read this, I had to read it twice. He could absolutely be right. He could totally. I just sold all my McDavid cards, not because I don't think he's going to win a cup in Edmonton. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling it. And I would love to be proven wrong. Prove me wrong. Be great for this country.
Mm-hmm.
Great for this country. But my inner Ginnards are not giving me that feeling. Josh, do you have any thoughts on my blasphemous comments?
I do. I think you can actually separate the names from this. And what's, to my mind, true is that the hobby will always be obsessed with whatever's next. The hope of what could be seems to be more compelling to us human beings than the greatness that is.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Oh, yeah. That's a good poem.
Yeah. Is that Robert Frost or?
It's Joshua Madigan.
Joshua.
Esquire Bomb Diggity.
You know your name's in the Bible, right?
Yeah. There's a tree named after me.
Yeah.
And
It's a big name in the Bible. Oh, you don't even know. Okay. David, do you have anything to follow up Josh's excellent response?
I don't agree with this hot take. I think that people are very excited about Celebrini, and there's good reason. I would just add that, if you want to pick up some McDavid cards, the focus might not be on him right now, and you might be able to scoop up some stuff for cheaper. So
it's not as deep. It's not as deep as you think. It's just more trendy.
I think it's just trendy. I think you look at has the hobby moved on from Crosby and Ovechkin, who have been in twice as long as McDavid? I don't think so. So I don't think
they have accomplishments on their resumes. What? I'm not.
That is true.
Well, I'm not. What? The truth hurts. What the heck? Videos.
If you look at the total sales of cards per month, right now, Celebrini's king, and this is what happened when there was a big boom for Bedard. Bedard was king for a little bit, and then it went back to the norm with Gretzky, and McDavid's always in there. I think that rookie year, there's a lot of rookie products of Celebrini. Everything's hot. Celebrini's going to be way up there as far as cards sold for the next year or two, or maybe not even that long. And then it's going to all settle back down. And you're going to be getting all these products where Celebrini's in second, third, fourth year. His cards aren't going to be flying off the handle. It's just very hot right now because you still have cup RPAs and some of the big rookie chases for his cards. And that's why it's booming.
Louis, you want to finish this off? Any thoughts?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Next take. Ben. The hobby is booming because all the kids from the junk wax era are back and have adult money. And just like in the late 90s and early 2000s, card values will go sideways for a long time as soon as most of these guys will leave, which could happen because of climbing prices and rookie cards losing lots of value, because not every rookie is a future Hall of Fame player.
What?
That's weird.
You got to agree with me there, Ben. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Josh, do you agree as well with me and Ben?
I agree that there's a cycle, but can't you say that the kids from 2005, 06 will have adult money in a couple? I mean, doesn't the cycle just keep ideally just keep moving forward?
Keep the motor running.
Yeah, but the junk wax era was a milestone in society. It became a pop culture. Nothing in 1998, not even Crosby's rookie year, nothing has happened to go into pop culture than now. I would say now is the time that society's culture has recognized cards and memorabilia, and the last time that happened was 35 years ago. I don't know. Maybe I changed my take.
But you see the hockey booming right now, and you see like Tom Brady involved in everything, which I think is bringing in the youth and the kids. Mm-hmm. So 30 years from now, when those kids have money, if they dip out in high school and college, they'll come back and start spending money again.
Do you want to know why the 90s? The 90s is it's the last thing. It's the last beautiful nostalgia. Our generation, the one after us, they don't have, like, their clothing was the same. Music similar. There's nothing defining. The 90s has a defining vibe.
What's the last era pre-internet?
Thank you. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. And we're all a part of that. So that's why these questions kind of hit a bit different. So it's like, when you're, I don't know, if you're born now and who knows what's going to happen in the future, but
aren't you guys so happy that we got to be kids without the internet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But they don't know any different, right? Like, yeah, that's the thing. If you don't know any different. All right. Next one. Lanky collects. My hot take is that there's nothing special about Young Guns. They're often not the player's first rookie card, and they're not even particularly nice cards. Other than the status symbol of it, valuing the financial value over the actual card, I don't see any reason why a collector who doesn't intend to sell would prioritize them over any other rookie card, especially their first rookies. Louis, why don't you head us off?
Yeah, completely right. There's nothing special other than being the card everyone magically cares about when the guy turns into a star.
Josh, thoughts?
I do think Young Guns is special, that the brand of it might be the most recognizable rookie card in all of sports cards. You could maybe put it up there. That being said, though, if I'm collecting and holding one, I'm going for the Alper Silver Parallel. Like, that's where, in my lane, the Young Guns starts for me.
Dave, you're nodding in agreement, yes?
Yeah, I agree with Josh. I think there actually is a specialness to Young Guns because they're kind of the universal rookie card. And, Upper Deck's copying that design. And, you watch golf and they have Young Gun cards in golf, and it originated in hockey. But I do notice that most collectors, and there's outliers and everything, but most collectors who first get in the hobby go hard after young guns. And then after a few years, they don't have any young guns in their collection. They've moved on to inserts or patch autos or things like that. So I think it's like the introductory drug to the hobby. And then you kind of move off of that and you start filling it with other things.
So you're saying it's like hobby ditchweed?
Yeah, maybe.
Mexican.
It's what gets you hooked and enticed, and I don't know. It is. It's iconic. I talked to you about this a couple of days ago, Josh. Like, I don't know why, but one of my favorite things is opening a case of Flagship, and I love hitting all the Young Guns cards. Do I have any in my collection? Basically, no. I sell all of them. I'm like, why do I keep buying cases of Flagship when I sell every card? I don't have any in my collection, but it's just because it's just
yeah,
iconic.
Well, the outbursts have put a lot of juice in those batteries, and I think it just solidified. Young Guns is a special card to me, not financially. So I agree with you, Lanky, and I disagree with you all in one. I agree that there's nothing special financially about it, but it just it sounds cool. Young Guns, it's cool. Emilio Estevez, right? Billy the Kid. I'm a cowboy. Sure. Okay. Next hot take. Flip Life 67. Would have been cool if it was 69. My hobby hot take is Fanatics will bully out Upper Deck for the NHL license for Tops to make hockey cards. I will go first. Do you know what we do with bullies? Flip Life 67. We can bully the bully. So they're not the only ones who can be mean and jerks. Upper Deck is a family business, and family business are much tighter than any corporation. So I will bet that Upper Deck will protect themselves accordingly in that legal jargon, all men are important world that I know nothing about. And I'm throwing my hat in the ring for any warrior of defense status for Upper Deck. I will be a soldier.
You love a fight. You're just praying. For
I like philosophy, combative with words, with fists. All is well. All is well. It settles scores, man. It settles things. Okay, David, do you have any thoughts on this?
I just agree with you. I think
Okay, Louis, do you have anything of merit to say?
Talking to Jason, he made it very known that his relationship with the NHL is very strong, and they're not going anywhere anytime soon. So I feel very comfortable for the future.
Louis?
Yeah. No, well, everybody knows why wouldn't Fanatics want it, but I don't see it happening.
Of course Fanatics wants them, but Upper Deck's not going to let. That's not. Josh, why don't you the owner who started Upper Deck, who has passed, his wife, like they want his legacy to keep going. That's a big reason that's not going to happen right now, right? Who knows in the future? But can you speak on that?
It's not up to them, though. It's up to the NHL. And my guess, and this is not, I don't know why they didn't want me there, but I wasn't in the negotiating room. Huge mistake, of course. Massive. It seems like Upper Deck has successfully sold the NHL on this idea that if you go to Fanatics, you are 4th, 5th, 6th potato over there.
Yeah.
You're our number one sweetheart at Upper Deck.
Mm-hmm. You're our darling.
That's got to work. I want to be someone's number one. I don't want to be their number 4.
You're most people's number 2.
I'll take it. It's okay. All right. Can we move on?
Yeah.
All right. Discord. It's freaking Paulie. Hey, Paulie.
Freaking Paulie.
Everyone sleeps on the 22-23 hobby class. Just because Beniers fizzled, guys like Dylan Gunther don't get any love. He's arguably the best guy out of that class. 40-plus goals, and he plays defense. Yeah, he's pretty crazy good, eh? But I only hear about Boldy or Wyatt mentioned sometimes. Well, look at my friends. Anyways, Coyotes jersey doesn't help. Maybe. I don't know.
Utah.
I got nothing, man.
Well, yeah, his rookie card's in Coyotes.
Yeah, his rookie card. Yeah, ugh.
Isn't Gunther the one that Bedard was raving about? Wasn't it him?
Yeah. Dude, crazy skill. I mean, he's a name that's going to be around for a long time. If Dylan Gunther played on the Maple Leafs, he'd be recognizable in Canada. That's how good that kid is.
Yeah.
True.
And
He's not he does play like a 200-foot game, but just to be clear, he's a right wing.
Was he saying on the defense?
He just says
plays
he plays
defense. Two-way game. Yeah. Josh, any thoughts?
I think he's saying he plays defense, like he doesn't play the position of defense, but he actually plays defense. He plays a 200-foot game. That's how I read that.
Josh, do you have anything to add?
I think, well, you look at Wyatt Johnston, Dylan Gunther, even our guy Hafkovsky had 30 goals this year. Maybe this summer there might be some good buys in the class of 2022.
40. Slavkovsky hit 40.
I think it was 30.
Check, Louis. Can you check how many goals Slavkovsky has?
Whichever one was right is forever and all time the smarter and better looking person.
Oh, what? Just take it. I don't care. I don't need the title.
Phil's hot take. Slavkovsky scored 40 goals.
Incorrect. 24. Crap. I thought I saw 40 the other day.
Well, maybe you saw 43 assists, but 30 goals.
Crap.
Oh, shocking.
All right,
I'm right.
Smartest. All right.
Shocking.
Next one. Thank you, Paulie. Thank you. Discord. Trunk Slam Chest. Arctic Freeze is the best O-Pee-Chee Platinum parallel. Okay, bub. It is the best parallel that matches the sport of hockey, along with pond hockey. It is numbered to out of 99. Cheap, but still rare. All the players can be number matched. Does not have an auto version. More unique. Autos don't belong on plastic. I agree with that. Does the best job making the player stand out on the card while still looking cool and matches most, if not all, of the team's colors. Seismic gold? More like seismic old. Oh. Oh. Go chase your overpriced fake gold cards with autos that fade away in the sun. Oh, we're fighting. It's time to put your cards on ice because in this hobby, there's only one absolute. Everything freezes. What is this nonsense? Listen.
I like it. It was like poetry.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going here. Arctic freeze doesn't really roll off the tongue either, does it? Phonetics matter, okay? And to be even more specific, cold, winter, always the color of ice blue. What, you want to be reminded of your ex-girlfriends all the time? I don't. I want warm, fuzzy. I want warm and fuzzy, seismic gold. Arctic freeze. Now I hate that card. I'm selling all my Arctic freeze because of that.
Question: isn't Arctic freeze out of 65, not 99?
I don't know. I don't collect them.
And then I think it's been a little bit of a moving target, maybe.
Oh, okay. See, inconsistency. See, that's
exactly. No, seismic gold out of 50 every year. And do you know why seismic gold? Because every culture, nationality on planet Earth has always had an odd, innate obsession with gold. It's an element, for God's sakes. Arctic freeze is not an atom. Gold is. That's my take.
Boy.
Are you sure this one doesn't win for your?
Right. Yeah, you know what? I think I take. Yes, you're right, David.
This page in your mind.
Yeah, because I don't care about McDavid. I care about this.
Definitely got more hot and bothered by this one for sure.
Well, the way he wrote it with such absoluteness and such confidence, Cray reminds me of myself.
That's how you're supposed to do.
No, I like it. Phil. Yeah. Good job, Trunk. Good job.
Did a good job. Seismic old.
Anyone else?
You liked it.
I don't know.
No,
I mean, I agree with you. The seismic gold takes the cake. It's not even close.
Well, say you disagree with Trunk Slam Chest. Say I disagree with you.
I like how he wrote it. I like his conviction. I like his poetry. I like everything about it other than the accuracy in what he said. So, I mean, I would put Emerald Surge. And
this is ridiculous. Like, he doesn't actually believe this. He obviously wrote, this is insane. This is like as stupid as Josh's orange checkers. Well, it's more rare than orange checkers.
Wow. Where'd that come from?
What? Well, he likes
When did I ever say I love orange checkers?
I thought you love orange checkers.
Louis
likes orange checkers.
Oh, it's Louis. Sorry. Well, it's as stupid as Louis' orange checkers then. Sorry, Josh. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't want to talk about this.
Okay,
anymore.
Louis, now you get offended.
Or seismic
I'm
old.
offended. I'm triggered and I'm offended, and I admit it. Yes. Next statement.
Millennial.
717 sports cards. Ovechkin's. I can't even read. Back together, Marsh. Okay. Ovechkin returns next season. The way the Pens stayed on the ice at the end to shake hands, then Ovechkin waved them off. That tells me he's returning for the 26-27 season. I may be wrong, but you think if he was done, he would have gone through the line and he would have been more emotional in the interview. unless he just doesn't want to be the focus or the thoughts of the team until the season is over. I delete my Facebook account the day before my birthday, and then I put it on when I ever need to message someone on Messenger. I don't want the attention. I like attention when I want it. I don't want it when it's by default. I didn't accomplish anything to be born on a day. It's silly.
You got out.
Yeah, that's true.
Barely.
Escaped.
Try to put him back in.
Barely, yeah. I've been trying to get.
Okay. All right.
Louis, do you have any official responses to this statement?
Official? No, I have an opinion though. He'll be back.
Okay.
That was another Baba Louie Hobby hot take.
Oh my God.
This sounder is like meant for this segment.
Yep.
Had to do it.
Well, thanks for your take, Louis. Dave, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, Kopitar got all the love this year. He announced it. I feel like Ovechkin's gonna maybe do the same thing next year, and he'll get his time.
Good. We can all move on.
Yeah, you don't end a career like that just saying in the off season I'm done, never coming back, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's back.
I would not.
He might be back a couple of years.
I don't know, man. If he was just like, listen, I'm gonna have a big party, I'm retiring. Yeah. Unlikely, very unlikely. I would not be surprised though.
Well, why can't you? Why is this the new thing now? Hey, everybody, I'm going to retire next year, so just so you know, I want to say goodbye and hug everybody after every game.
A respect thing from a franchise point of view, I think.
Yeah.
Or do we do the OV vacation photo watch like we do every summer and see where his beer belly is in July and then try to predict
measure it, figure out if
I see more circumference. That means he's retiring for sure.
Well, he's about 325. Do you think he really wants to get in shape to come back?
Dude, guys like that, he'll gain 25 pounds, pop in another 30, and be like, I'll keep playing.
No. He hangs out with Mitchkoff on the off season, so.
Oh yeah.
You just made Neil cry. All right, last statement. Last one. PSA 0, Pop 1.
Great name.
The NHL's refusal to want any goalie to be. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Okay, sorry. The NHL's refusal to want any goalie to become the face of the league due to the current rules that emphasize scoring based on their perceived notion that only scoring sells in the sport. Sorry, I burped. Sorry, excuse me.
Gross.
In the sport that has completely capped and restricted the potentiality of the goaltender hobby market. Dude, a sentence. Jesus. It's not a coincidence that the three contenders for greatest of all time goaltenders, no matter your personal order in both the hobby and in the NHL, all played during the dead puck era. I got nothing. I'm brain dead. Josh, why don't you lead us off?
It's hard to argue. I think the league seems to want a ton of goals, and they're going to slant the rules towards that. I really do, and I've said this a lot, but I want a dominant goalie. I think that would be so much fun. Just like a heart-winning. Well, I know Hellebuck won it, but was he really that dominant? Like a guy who, again, you just feel like the Wild are playing that team, and it's like, crap, we're not scoring any goals tonight.
What if we never have another dominant goalie? What if the game has just gotten past the flex of speed? It's too fast, man.
Well, then
the game's too fast.
We just hang up that rubber plastic goalie thing in the net, and they have to shoot for corners or a 5-hole then, like in hockey practice.
I like it. Yeah, I like it, Louis. And leave the bottom wide open so you can just slide it on in.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm concerned. I think this was a great take. I've never thought of this. He made me think when I read it before, when I was reading it out loud.
Do you think if you put like Patrick Waugh or Martin Brodeur in their prime in the league today, that they would get lit up like everyone else? I mean,
I do. Yeah, I
in
really
their
do.
Style, absolutely.
You also have new overtime hockey now, where you have 3-on-3, so more goals are being scored against goalies. They're not just finishing regulation, going into a 5-on-5 overtime, and pretty much no one scores. So goalies are giving up more goals by default just because of those rules. So,
and they're just playing more damn hockey. I mean, well, you know what? Goalies are playing less hockey. I mean, long gone are the like Brian Hayward split it with Patrick Waugh, and they flip-flopped in the late 80s. But Brian Hayward still took 20 to 25 games, not 30 to 40. Like a backup goal. I maybe that's the way it's going to go. The Ron Tugnutt, Dustin Rhodes Oh, you guys wouldn't know that. The double tandem goalie, maybe that's where we'll never see another superstar because there can't be. There just can't be. You just need two very dependable average goalies, and you can win. I mean, the Oilers won them with Fuhrer. Fuhrer is not a stand on your head goalie. He just played decent at the right time. Grant Fuhrer's not. I know he's Hall of Fame, but debatable.
I think last year Hellebuck had one of the best seasons ever, and then in the playoffs he got lit up. So, I think it's just very hard for a goalie to do it for an entire season and through the playoffs. And there's stretches.
Clutch is big. Clutch is big for a goalie. You got to be good. You have to have clutch. Patrick Waugh had clutch. Hasek, Brodeur. Those are the goalies that, when the lights are the brightest, they perform the best.
What's the most recent crazy goalie performance you remember?
Hellebuck in the Olympics gold medal game, which was recent, but that was
NHL.
A crazy.
The one that comes back to me is a game he lost, but remember, it was either Ottinger's rookie year or second year where he had like almost 60 saves in that playoff game. And single-handed, I mean, he was unbelievable that game. That was, but I guess you're right, Dave. Hellebuck in the Olympics would probably be.
Mika Kiprasov for me is the last goalie that I can't tell you a game or anything, but like just some playoffs or I
have a little.
I don't know. He's dynamic, and I would bet he would maybe do okay playing today's game. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, good job, Discord, with the hot takes. Those were pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was nice.
Hey, but who's your? So my hottest take is the Arctic ice guy. Yeah. I think not for anybody else. I'm probably the only person on planet Earth that got upset at that. McDavid one was hot though, eh? People gave up on him. Who uses words like that? It's so crazy.
A very butthurt Edmonton fan.
Yeah, maybe it's Carter's account.
Yeah, it's his
How do we all feel? How do we all feel now that Leon Draisaitl is officially better than Connor McDavid? It's like, Carter, stop writing into the show, please.
Hey, boys, hello. How do we?
Yeah, he can't disguise his voice. I'd love to see him try.
Okay.
All right.
Slab Sharks, Gongshow partner sponsor, thankful for their support of our show. The current Slab Sharks weekly eBay auction is live ends tonight. Head to slabsharks.com. Mark your favorites. Plan out your bid strategy. For more than 6,000 sports cards ending. So many bangers.
So many.
If you're a Celebrini guy, tonight might be your night. There are tons and tons of rookies to choose from.
We will be
what?
Nothing.
Oh, there's a few.
No McDavid's.
There's a few. We're going to be live on the Gong Show YouTube channel starting at 8 o'clock Eastern, covering all the key cards closing. Probably bidding on some cards ourselves. It's been known to happen. We're going to have T. Olson, Tori, from the Gong Show Discord with us. Excited about that. Hope to see y'all in chat. And if you have not tried selling on Slab Sharks yet, we'd strongly recommend you give it a shot. They make your life super easy by pretty much doing all the work. Who doesn't like that? You just print out a submission form, sign it, and send your cards in, and you're done. Slab Sharks takes it from there. If you're an American, we partnered with Slab Sharks to make the sending in the cards part even easier, as we are the official U.S. submission center. You just send them to us, and we get them to the auction for you. No need to worry about international shipping. We got you. For complete consignment information, including payout rates, and to get the submission process started today, head to slabsharks.com. Hobby news.
Hobby news.
News from the hobby.
Jazzy.
Hobby news.
Boys, eBay made an announcement this week that they are canceling cancellations.
Oh, boy.
For people in the U.S., of course. Canada and around the world continues to suffer, I guess. We get all the good things first here in good old America. Well, I think they try stuff here first, and if we're the guinea pigs, and if it works, then they expand it. Here's what's happening. Basically, starting May 13th, auction winners will no longer be able to cancel auctions that they've won. Why was this an option in the first place? Oopsie. Cancel, please. There's a big request to cancel button. So they're removing that. Also, if a buyer who requests to cancel and then the seller denies that, if they leave negative feedback, the seller is now going to be able to work with eBay to get that negative feedback removed, because of course that's not fair. So good step in the right direction. What this doesn't do is prevent buyers from refusing to pay. Mm-hmm. If they do, they'll get a non-payment strike, which is something, I guess. But again, the biggest problem is people that create brand new accounts. They shill bid, win the auction, never pay, where that non-payment strike doesn't matter because they're never going to use that account again, which is, I think, what we all would hope most that eBay would fix first. Because, yeah.
Okay, so this is the part that just like my brain just cannot figure out.
Yeah.
If you send someone an offer, say someone has a card that's listed for $200 and I'm like, here's an offer for $175 and they accept it, I don't pay them. eBay automatically pays them. How is that any freaking different than if I say, I'm going to put in a bid for this amount, and if I win it, I win the card? How is that not automatic? It keeps coming back to this. I don't understand how eBay is not automatically charging someone when they win a bid, when they do it when you send someone an offer. It's the exact same thing.
I don't know if there's legal reasons or whatnot, but
there has to be. There will come a day. Hopefully, there will be a documentary. Or, I mean, our hobby's not that important. Surprise, but. Hopefully there will come a day, and I firmly believe it will, where the missing piece of information, there's something we're missing. There's a lot of things that we all hoot and holler about, and we have fun, and we're not that serious about. And there's, clear, like armchair GM at home for an NHL hockey team. You can hoot and holler all you want, but you don't have the required information to make the proper moves. That's an in-house thing. So there is some in-house information at eBay. The solution, there are a variety of solutions. Dave just said one. There's so many others. This isn't, we're not trying to find the Higgs boson particle here. This isn't complicated. There is a reason they're not fixing it. I'm convinced of this.
Yeah.
And we just don't know why. I don't know. Maybe they got a bank loan based on metrics of new sign up. Maybe it's a metric that they use with the banks to get loans or something. We don't have the information. It's obvious at this point. This is how I feel. They're not fixing it because not fixing it clearly outweighs fixing it. No, you're not a multi-billion-dollar company and not fixing a problem because you just don't want to or you can't. Yeah. There's a reason. We will find out the reason at some point, but we don't know what it is now. Of course they can fix it. This is all half-assed stuff, man. It's ridiculous. This is my number one most hated thing in our hobby is the eBay thing.
Well, I have two potential solutions. For buyers with limited or no bid experience, I would limit the total amount that can be bidded on any single item. So maybe they can't bid more than $200 on any item. And I know some people will come to the defense of that and they'll say, well, sometimes people create an eBay account to buy a card, which is probably true. But I think the 80-20 rule applies that at least 80% of the time there's funny business going on. And I'm willing to sacrifice the 20% of legitimate cases to eliminate the 80% of illegitimate cases.
It's not even 20. It's like 5 or 2.
Yeah. Okay. 5.
Like it's yeah.
And or I would also say for people that have minimum or no buying history or ratings, to your point, Dave, automatically charge their cards when they bid over $250 or something like that. Just put a hold on their credit card or to make the money real and make sure that they have like a real payment account attached. Or, the another option too, and I think like Phil, to your point, this is where they can fix this stuff, is that if you make creating an eBay account a required part of that to attach a legitimate payment account where they do like deposit a penny and you have to verify that. And if you shill bid from that account, that then going forward, that bank account is no longer allowed to be associated with any eBay account. I think that gets rid of 90+% of these instances too.
I think there is a plethora, a massive amount of solutions here. Everybody that's listening right now has an idea how to fix the problem. Try that one. Go ask, if you're in eBay, go ask the guy in the mailroom. Tell him the problem. The guy in the mailroom will give you an idea that will be better than anything you have going on right now. That's why there's not much more to talk about. There's a reason they're not fixing it, and we don't know why. That's it. There's no other answer.
I agree with you, Phil. Like, there has to be something, because it's a problem that's been forever, and they're a smart enough company that they know this is a problem, and if they wanted to fix it, they could just fix it, but they're not. Yeah. And why are they not fixing it?
Any statements? Hey, we're working on this. Any email? Yeah, blah blah blah. Sounds good, man. Yeah, there's an internal metric that they're using to their advantage for some God knows what reason.
Yeah. Moving along, sort of.
Lame.
GemRate just published their monthly eBay sales statistics, and once again, I have the top 10 highest selling hockey players on the eBay marketplace for last month, now March of 2026. Anyone want to make any bold predictions before we go through the top 10?
Celebrini will be number 1, and McDavid will be on the list. And Wayne Gretzky will be number 2.
I'm kind of worried. Maybe Schaefer bumped Gretzky.
Well, Schaefer will be. I mean, there's a lot of hockey products with Schaefer. Schaefer should be up there too. So.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised if he was number 2. I mean, I don't know.
It's a Schaefer party. Okay. We'll start at number 1. We'll go to 10. Number 1 was the bold, the beautiful Macklin Celebrini. $781,444 total dollars spent on eBay last month. He's been number 1 every month of 2026 so far. So the first 3 months. King of the hobby so far this year. Number 2 is Wayne Gretzky at $555,000, $933,000 in sales. Almost 1 million less than Macklin Celebrini in total eBay sales year to date. Keep in mind, Gretzky has long been the number 1 every year in eBay sales in the hobby. So
is that new money? Is there new money coming into the hobby, or is the same money going to Celebrini? What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Good question. Number 3 is Matthew Schaefer. $440,371 US dollars spent last month. He was number 8 in February. So what happened in the March? Well, Series 2 came out in his Young Guns. So I think that explains at least part of the big bump. And he currently sits at number 6 overall through the first 3 months of 2026. Want to guess who's number 4, Phil?
I have a guess.
Okay, Dave.
After Phil.
Jack Hughes.
Ooh, actually, that's a good guess. That's a good guess. I was going to say Crosby, but now that makes way more sense.
That's a good guess too.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like Hughes though with the golden.
Yeah, I like my guess better.
I think I like your guess better.
Survey says
you're both losers and
right.
wrong.
Oh,
number 4, Connor Bedard, $270,000.
Forgot about him.
139 US dollars last month. Pretty consistent so far this year. He's the 3rd highest seller this year, and finished last year as the 3rd highest seller. So
this is kind of like Family Feud. We could
survey says
like hit the button like first, and then we want to take it back to our team. And
we surveyed 100 people. The top 5 answers are on the board.
Exactly.
What is something you do to your armpit before you go to bed? Okay, number 5. What's the guess?
Jack Hughes.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Jack.
I think Hughes
or McDavid. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, lock your answers in, Dave. You're saying Hughes.
I'm going.
I say Hughes. Yeah, I say Jack.
All right, you guys are right. 257,086 in eBay sales. Still very strong sales month, even now a month after the Olympic Games, more than a month. So check this out. Through the first 3 months of 2026, over $713,000 US dollars has been spent on Jack Hughes cards on eBay. All of last year, $303,000 was spent.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. So 713 in 3 months versus 303,000 in 12 months. That's the golden goal effect.
Yep. Well, and also so many people are like, "Oh, I'm going to cash in now." So they.
Oh yeah, good point.
I like this game. Who's next?
Now
I'm going to say Mick. I have a sleeper. I have a sleeper player in my head.
Oh,
I'm going to say it. because up here in Ottawa, it's big buzz. Demidov, he's got to be in the top 10.
Oh,
I think so. But I think McDavid's next.
Okay.
Watch it be Demidov. But...
I'm going Crosby, but McDavid's a good guess.
Oh, Dave's probably right.
Phil's right. Number 6 is Connor McDavid, $219,047 US in eBay sales. Now he's number 6 in March, but the 4th highest selling player year to date. Last year, he was the number 2 seller for all of 2025. So a little bit of slippage so far.
Maybe that one hot take's right.
That's a lot of slippage.
Nobody cares about McDavid anymore.
Oh, they've moved on. He's
You're
too
trying
old.
to get us in so much trouble, Dave. Please make all your YouTube videos and at Dave on those, please.
Oh, good stuff.
Number 7, who's after McDavid?
I'm just guessing Crosby and
I'm saying Demidov.
Okay, you were Crosby, Demidov. You're both big, wrong, fat losers. Bobby Orr, number 7 at $148,133 US. Yeah.
Not much to say about that.
He's number 8 year to date, which is where he finished last year too. So now who's number 8?
See, I think I don't know about Demidov because he was Series 1, right? So I think his big
No, but his general stock. That's listen. I didn't say it was a smart pick, but his general stock. It's buzzy, man. Habs. I'm up here in Ottawa. It's a different thing. Yeah.
I'm going Crosby again until I get it.
Maybe someday you'll be right, Dave. Phil, who are you going with?
But not yet.
I don't know.
It'll be when I change my pick.
Mario Lemieux. If Dave's
Lemieux's a good pick.
Eventually, Dave had to be right, and he was this time. Sidney Crosby, $145,255 US in eBay sales. He's the 7th highest eBay seller year to date, so kind of right in line. We have 2 more left. Who's number 9?
I'm gonna go with Makar.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a really good pick.
I'm gonna go a little off the beaten path, going with a little Makar action. Got to get a defenseman in there in the top 10.
Yeah. Philip? Bobby Orr, I know you don't know players younger than 2020, but you should probably learn that Bobby Orr was a defenseman. It's kind of important in the hobby.
No, okay, sorry. I meant modern day defenseman. There, I changed my modern day.
Also, Matthew Schaefer's a defenseman. You just want to keep digging the hole deeper, Dave? Or
okay. All right, who is it?
Well, who do you guess?
Isn't Kucherov a defenseman?
You think him? Right. No, I don't know. You put doubt in my Demidov, so I'll go Mario Lemieux, I guess.
You get off the Demidov train, and sure enough, he's number 9.
Oh, come on!
747.
Listen, I win. I'm happy. That's good. Okay.
That was great.
Yeah, I told you, Dave. I'm telling you. Big.
So interestingly, so far year to date, so in the first 3 months of 2026, Demidov sales are 322,000, about half of Matthew Schaefer's total. So I guess we have our clear rookie chase for 25-26 products. It's Matthew Schaefer. Number 1 more. Who is it, David?
I can't think of Demidov's young gun in my head. Do you guys know what it looks like?
Yeah.
I can't picture it in my head.
He's wearing skates.
I like
ice skates, actually.
I picked Mario Lemieux for my pick.
I like Lemieux too, but I got to be different than Phil. So I'm
pretty confident on. I mean, him not to be in the top 10. Come on.
You're going Makar? It is Mario Lemieux at 109,397 US. Number 10 for the month. Number 10 so far in 2026, and was the 8th highest selling player in 2025. Any surprises or takeaways for you guys in the top 10 for last month?
No.
Okay.
Wayne. Surprised that Wayne's dropping, but not surprised because I also thought Schaefer might beat him, and he almost did. I mean, I know 100,000's a lot, but I don't know. I'd like to know if it's new money coming into the hobby. Those would be good metrics. I'd like to know if our hobby's healthy or not, or is it just the same market share?
That Schaefer number is going to go up too when his young gun cards start coming back graded. I think there's going to be a nice boom, and then you have other big products of his coming out too. So
good point. Wayne Gretzky was number 1 last year, and McDavid was second, and there was about a $2.7 million gap between the two.
Wow.
What is there a realistic chance this year that there's more Macklin Celebrini sales by the end of the year for all 12 months than Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah.
You think so?
Scary chance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
it
means
seems
just
more like
go
safe
buy-
and comfortable if Wayne is always the top, you know?
Which means go buy your Wayne Gretzky cards. That's what that tells me.
Yeah. There you go.
I think because there's still so many rookie cards of Celebrini that are changing hands right now. I think, which obviously there's a lot of Gretzky's changing hands, but there's more Gretzky cards to change hands as far as rookies to continue to go. Whereas I think a lot of the people who get the Celebrinis, they won't go back up for sale for a very long time. And his big rookie will, start winding down. So I think his numbers will still stay strong and his cards that sell will still be big. But as far as the amount of cards, might not be as many.
All right. New product releases is brought to you by Gongshow friend and partner GP Sports Cards and Total Sport Cards. Tomorrow night is a great night in the hobby. We've got Friday Nights with Phil, the best show ever that never has a plan. That's what I heard. And GP Sports, big night of breaks, and you can get your spots at gpsportcards.com. Get in the action. We're going to chat with Upper Deck's Patrick Smith in a second about 2025-26 Flair Hockey. And I think you can get yours on the Total Sports. I checked earlier and it wasn't. Oh, yeah, it's 240 CAD right now on the Total Sports website. So if you want to pick yours up from Grant, and you can ship to anywhere in Canada. So, and it always has really good prices. Also, if you're planning to be at the upcoming Spring Expo, bring your collection to sell to Grant. He'll be buying, I'm sure, the entire time he's there and help you grab some quick cash for the show. All right, much for Dave's health and sanity. New product releases are back. We had yesterday, finally, after a little 4-week vacation, and for the first time since 1996, we have a Flair standalone set with 25-26 Flair Hockey. We also had the opportunity to chat with Upper Deck product manager Patrick Smith about this new product, and we hope you enjoy this conversation with Patrick about Flair. We're pleased and excited to welcome back Patrick Smith, from product manager from Upper Deck, to talk about 25-26 Flair Hockey. How's it going, Patrick?
Oh, it's going awesome. Thanks for having me back.
Okay. I've been very excited about this release and had to do my research because Flair as a product, a standalone product, has not had a hockey release in 30 years now?
30 years on the dot. 96, 97 was the last standalone Flair hockey product.
So what made you guys bring it back? Set. How did that whole process start?
I mean, I think a lot of it is, you're seeing a lot of 90s nostalgia going on in the hobby. But I think furthermore, the fact that we have the source, Gene, from Arena, who worked on the original set at Flair, works with us. So if you have an asset like that has so much knowledge of how the original product was done, and the original product was so good, why not give it another chance? There's a whole generation of collectors that have never seen Flair.
Yeah, well, that's part of the research that I had to do, because I'm a big Flair guy, and we've been, ever since this product was announced, we've been glibly calling it Flair on our show. And so when I went back and looked, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Flair was really a brand extension of Flair and was introduced as a little more fancier or higher end product. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, more or less. So basically in the early 90s, you had companies that started to make, what were called more premium products. You got to see, UD kind of pushed a lot of sets, a lot of companies into, the gloss lamination and the foiling and stuff like that. So you saw premium cards born with like Flair Ultra and stuff like that. And then eventually you saw companies take it a step further. 93 was a huge year for me, because you saw Flair, you saw the first SP baseball release. And on the other side, the first Topps Finest release. So one of your first big chrome releases.
Absolutely.
All of that was coming out at the same time, and it was all, in that super premium market space.
Are you a 90s guy? Is that part of your collecting jam?
Yeah, that's it. That's the outside of, a couple player PCs. That's my main thing. Is I love 90s insert collecting, building sets of some of those awesome 90s inserts.
So did you immediately raise your hand then when you heard that you guys were going to bring back Flair? You must have been pretty excited to get to work on this.
Well, it was even better than that. Like I didn't even have to raise my hand. Like I've worked on a couple of Flair products now and a couple of like retro Flair products. And, I'm, for lack of a better words, I'm a nerd about this stuff. So I think it kind of came naturally that I was the guy who got to do it. And I'm really glad that I got to, because I think this set really takes what 90s Flair had, but at the same time, it's a very modern set at the same time. Like,
yeah. Well, there's better technology now, so you can sort of take the improved printing techniques and technologies and apply it to the brand as it had existed 30 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I think you'll see it. I mean, one of the hallmarks of the original 93 Flair set was that it was laminated on both sides. It was a 24 point card, and then it was laminated on both sides. And that's something we really tried to capture. And the laminate we used on these cards, it's the first time we've used them on cards. And, to me, this is one of the first sets I've opened in a while where immediately the base cards were some of the most impressive cards in the product. And that's not knocking any other card in the product. The base set cards in this just feel phenomenal. Like, they're rigid. They have a great high gloss feeling. I love how the laminate is over the foil. They have flat feel to them. Awesome.
Yeah. So here's from like the box I opened today. I'll pull it up. It's a Minnesota Wild legend, Nick Foligno.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's a thicker card, the base card. You can kind of see it on my screen. You do have that. So describe me what laminate is, because it almost feels similar to like an acetate finish. I know that it's different technology, but the feel is it's very glossy.
And
right?
That's kind of more or less what it would be. Is the coating on these isn't too far off from what you'd see in an acetate card. Like,
okay. When you talk about like making the base, because the base are very, very nice in these, and that was one of the first things that stood out to me. And I know you guys get a budget to make that's part of building sets, is that you're allowed a certain amount to spend. And then you as a product managers and get to work with the team and decide how we come out with a great fancy insert that's really expensive to make, and then spend a little bit less in other areas. So you must have made the decision hearkening back to that original Flair and chose to make a pretty big investment into the base set for this release. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's fair to say that with this set, everything grew from the base set. Like once we started seeing, some of the initial designs and concepts for the base, it's like some of the inserts unfolded. Like I said earlier, you've got a lot of old Flair, but a lot of new stuff just grew from stuff we had wanted to test and try and gave a shot. So.
Mm-hmm. And going back to that lineage real quick, just to fill everyone in, from just a purely hockey standpoint, this is really only the third or fourth-ish Flair release. So you had 1994-95 was the first Flair Hockey. Then it released again in 96-97. This is where the ish comes in. In 2006-07, there was a Flair Showcase release, which is a little bit different product. And then now we're coming back with 2025-26 Flair, again, basically 30 years since the last standalone release. And you had mentioned that Jean McLeod had worked on the original Flair. Did you get to work with her on this product as well?
Every step of the way. And that was the best part of it, is me and Jean got to work hand in hand with every part of this set. Like every time samples would come in, every time we'd try something new and it'd work, every time we tried something and it didn't work and we had to go back to the drawing board, like we got to work hand in hand. And like I said earlier, as somebody who loves cards and has been around this a whole lot, that was one of the coolest experiences for me in building this product, is getting to work, with the person who did the original product and the person who, like I said earlier, just knew how everything was done right.
Mm-hmm. So where do you start something like this? Do you go back and spend a couple days or something like that just looking at the old Flair sets? I know you're a 90s collector, but just kind of doing a deep dive to refamiliarize yourself and try to get a baseline?
Yeah, exactly. And not even, since hockey has such a limited amount to pull from, honestly, not even all hockey. Like, there were some great concepts across all four sports from Flair that, even if they didn't make it, in the exact name that they were in originally, had a little bit of influence on some of the stuff that went into this.
Mm-hmm.
The hot mitts are, the hot gloves have been in there for a while with the goalies, but the hot mitts, obviously, very inspired by the old 90s baseball hot gloves. Wave of the Future, the only insert that was in the original 93 set,
Yeah.
popped up with some new tech. So
when a product hasn't been around for a long time, is there, I don't want to say a fear, but maybe is there a concern with people getting it? So when the new Flagship comes out, we all kind of know what to expect. We get sort of conditioned on these products as they fall in the release calendar. And is there, like I said, a component of where you guys have to figure out how to make this translate to the modern collector so they know how special Flair was back in the day?
yeah, and I think education's been a big part of it. Like, we've tried to do our part on our end. Our marketing team's done a really good job at, relaying the heritage of some of the older stuff, and while at the same time, taking a pretty deep dive into some of the new tech that's in there. So I think the biggest part, and I think that's with any product that's new or anything that's new, it's just education. Collectors have to know what they're looking for. And like I said, fortunately, ahead of the product, I think our marketing team did a really good job at prepping collectors to know what's coming ahead with this one. The next best thing is going to be when people start to get some of these cards in hand and feel some of the textures and stuff like that we added to them.
How would you describe Flair hockey products overall? Like, for somebody that's never bought singles or tried opening a box, like what's the appeal to maybe an insert or parallel collector?
To me, with the inserts, it's Flair was always big, loud, in your face, but that was always the appeal of it. Like, you're going to see lots of colors in Flair, just like you saw lots of bright colors in 90s Flair products. But like I said, you're also going to see, a lot of holdovers from just stuff that the collectors really embraced back then that we've given a new feel to.
Did you have a favorite Flair card from the original release that you for sure wanted to bring back into this set?
I was very partial to the hot gloves that were in the 96, 97 set, the die cut. I thought those cards I still think those are some of the nicest cards of the 90s. So yeah, glad we were able to give those some love again. The other, as far as Flair, like, one thing that really stuck out to me is they did a lot of really nice light effects cards, like the scoring power cards in 94. The hot numbers cards in 94, 95 that were on light effects. Just stuff like that hopefully we were able to capture again.
Yeah, here's showing one of the newer hot number inserts. How would you describe these are all, like you said, the hard part when you're seeing pictures online or on your computers, the images are all flat and it's hard to get a true sense of what the card is. So these hot numbers, which have been, I think that this card has been in Metal Universe a couple times throughout the years too.
It may have been an Ultra one year as well, I believe. It has found its way around a couple, I know, other Flair branded sets. At the same time, it was probably the first insert that I went to the guys that did Ultra, and I'm like, I hate to do this, but this one has to be in Flair. I don't know what my camera will do for justice, but yeah, you had mentioned just the flat photo of it. Actually, we were lucky enough to pull one. I think they look awesome. Even this doesn't do it justice.
Wow.
Really nice etched light effects. The flame behind the numbers really pop. I thought these cards came out awesome. These were probably my top 2 or 3 favorite cards from the whole product.
And I know from talking with Tony and yourself and Billy throughout the years now that you guys build these sets and you kind of really see the finished form for the first time a week or so, or maybe similar before the product comes out. So when you open those quality check boxes or quality insurance boxes and you saw these cards in hand, you must have gotten really breathed a big sigh of relief and gotten really happy at that point when you saw the finished product.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, and I wish I would. Actually, I do have one with me. I didn't even make it to the first pack before I was really impressed. So to anybody who's familiar with the old Flair, they had a really they had like a wood carved type image on the box top back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And we were actually lucky enough through Gene to get the person who did the original box artwork. So before I even got to the first pack, like I was super blown away from very first look. You know, if you know 90s Flair, that's a perfect lineage from how the 90s Flair boxes and packs look.
But it's different though, because
before we even opened the box, I was blown away by it.
All the new boxes have pictures of players on them though. So is that something that you have to convince people internally to stick with the heritage of the brand and do something a little bit different?
I mean, I think this was one where me and Gene it was early on where Gene was like, I think, you know, we might still be able to get the person who did the original artwork on the boxes. And I was like, absolutely. That, you know, that along with, as well as the cards look, the packaging on, you know, those original Flair products was just as impressive if as anything else. Like the original Flair baseball was a 2-piece box that lifted off. Like it's always been housed pretty impressively. But yeah, I guess to circle around, that was a very long answer without getting to your question. Sorry about that. But no, first impression though, when we cracked the first box, like it was such a cool feeling. It's like relief, and it's just one of those high five moments. Like everything came out like we wanted to. When the cards look great and production's good, you know, all of our team has done their work. Autographs came out great. Like it's a great moment, but especially with something like this where it's from the ground up, it's especially special. So, man, I'm just hoping collectors get the same excitement out of this one as we did.
One of the things that I appreciate about the work that you do that I've learned over the last year, I would say, is that you're a guy who puts a lot of thought and detail into these products. I remember going back to, I think, the last Parker's Champion set you might have worked on, where there was the Red Wings, like a Stanley Cup cut auto set that you had worked on. And when you're talking about the box design and going back to the original artist that created those graphics back in the early 90s and being able to bring that forward now onto this product, I think that that's such kind of a cool element for myself, who's another 90s geek. It just adds those little kind of tiny bits of flair into the product.
Yeah, it ties everything together, for lack of better words. Like it makes, to me, it made, no pun intended, it made the package complete for Flair for me. Like seeing the finished box and all of that, like, because yeah, you're right. You know, it could have been something that just where we put a player picture on there and called it a day. But the fact that, you know, the extra mile was taken to honor and to progress the original Flair artwork, I think to me is really cool.
Oh yeah. 100%. Okay. I want to go back and just start to look at a couple of maybe the galleries that you guys have posted. And we'll start with some of the base parallels. And I think this goes back again to the lineage of Flair, but the parallels are a little weird in that. And I actually have the checklist site up here too, which I'm going to try to make a little bit bigger. But we can see that for the base cards, you get a 3 per pack, and then there's a number of parallels. You have Image B variant, Image C variant, a 93 variant, a Blue Ice, which we just saw briefly a picture of. We'll go back to Image B Blue Ice, Spectrum out of 5, Image C Spectrum 101, and then you have printing plates. how does the parallel structure work on this, and how does somebody make sense of that?
Well, you mentioned Flair Showcase earlier. It's kind of Flair Showcase based, in which one of the original hallmarks of Flair, 3 photos per card with a unique back photo. So kind of, just taking from a little bit of that Flair Showcase lineage, we thought it would be cool to give rotation. So in the Image B variant, which actually the checklist that you have up, it's labeled a little off.
Oh no.
So the Image B variant is actually the forecheck, going to be labeled forecheck on the back of the card. And basically they're your green foil. And on those cards, basically just your 2 primary images rotate on your base card. So say you're looking at it as like your main photo is image A, your secondary photo is image B. Those cards will rotate on your variant that's numbered at 349. And then the image C, which are labeled as back check, and the purple foil, they actually take the photo from the back of the card and rotate it to the front of the card. I wish I would have bought it. I did have all 3 variants of one player. But yeah, basically putting the 3 cards next to each other, it's a rotation of photos, with B being the swap on the front photos, C being your back photo coming to the front.
Gotcha.
93 variants, pretty self-explanatory. 93 first year of Flair, they only did baseball. I think that set's still one of the most beautiful sets ever made. No reason hockey couldn't get in the party for that. So 93 variant is a really beautiful replication of 93 Flair. And then Blue Ice is just, as we talked earlier, basically the Blue Ice, they originated in 96 Flair. Yeah, and where just the background drops out.
Yeah.
Blue coloration. You have all 3 photo variants in that. They range in rarity, depending on which rotation you get.
I have a base here of Connor Zari. I always forget his name. And you can kind of see that the image, sort of the image sequence there. And then actually in my box, I pulled the forecheck version, which shows you how the images are swapped.
Yeah.
On that. So you can get a sense of, so here's the base, and then here's that forecheck green foiled parallel. And then what I'm glad that you pointed this out, because a lot of people now think that backs of cards are treated as afterthoughts. And so you guys, put attention into and finding images to make the back of the cards unique as well.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of cool too with that 3rd variant, like that image actually becomes the star of the show with those rarer cards.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to go through just the gallery a little bit and talk about a few of these other cards. So here's a little larger picture of Matthew Schaefer Blue Ice, and I pulled one as well. These are pretty awesome.
I think they came out great. You happened to pull Away with the Future in your box.
No, I didn't. Did you pull one?
I do have one. Again, this is one where I do not think a picture will do it justice, unfortunately. But man, these are cool. So what we did is we actually added a textured UV to these cards. You can't see it a little better than I thought.
Yeah.
So where they have the die cut wave design on acetate, but they actually have a texture added to the card to where it feels like a breaking wave down one edge, and then there's spots on the card where it looks like there's standing water on the card. And again, all of that's a textured UV that you can feel when you have the card in hand.
The only thing I don't like about this card is how common it is.
Yeah, but it's a big checklist as well.
Okay.
It's a 20 plus card checklist.
I got you. I was just hoping that, and again, I'm Monday morning quarterbacking this, which I get to do, and you're right. It's 20 cards on the checklist, so it is a little bit bigger. What a cool technology, though. Do you guys see yourself using, not maybe in the form of a wave, but using that tech in other products going forward now?
Yeah, I think you'll see it around. I'm trying to think of other uses that I've had, but I've definitely used it before. But this is definitely one of the cooler uses. We used it a few places here. We used it on that, and I think I might have a hot gloves. We used it on the hot gloves cards as well to simulate a texture on the glove. And they actually turned out really great as well because, especially with the player glove, it's a real fine texture on the glove. I did get one. There we go. Yeah, so there's the mitts. Again, if I turn it in an angle, you can see super fine texturing on the glove and over the player to where, the leather palm of the glove has a different texture than where, the fabric part would be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The goalie cards are the same ones. The hot gloves, they have a texturing on them to give the webbing feel. So a lot of cool stuff like that.
Again, that's something that you don't get or you can't sense when it's a flat image that you're looking online, and that you got to see the cards in person and get them in hand a little bit to get a sense of those fine details that I think went into the product. Just cycling through, here's an auto card, but it's the trophy cards. These, I actually pulled the non-auto version of this one, and what do these have? The what's the coating that is on all these cards that you talked about?
It's just like a lamination coating.
Laminate.
So
okay.
Yeah, and that card is actually one of the best examples where I was saying earlier with the laminate over the foiling on the front of that card. Those cards really impressed me because I haven't felt a card like that in a while, where the texturing over the foil, it just enhanced it. I thought those cards looked really good.
Yeah, so I'll go now to the one that I pulled, and you can see there's just a ton of gold foiling on it. So used a lot of foil in this product too, it sounds like.
Yeah. Flair is over the top with that. Unfortunately, we didn't number the card numbers in foil like they originally did. I gave people's eyes a break there.
All right. Well, maybe unnecessary detail there. Going through, okay, explain the 3-on-1 breakaway. Honestly, this looks like a Billy card to me. Am I wrong in saying that?
Yeah, Billy had a card that got out a little before this with the same look to it. This is actually based on a Flair card we did in one of our entertainment sets.
Okay.
It was called Splinter Facade. So yeah, again, hopefully I can get up close on this one. This is actually, it's a thick card. It's actually 3-layered shadow box in there. So playing off the 3-on-1 breakaway, you have the original photo of him, and then you have 3 separate layers, each with a photo treatment to it. So when you actually hold the card, each of those is on a different layer. His face is on the top layer there. The treatments are on the other layers. So it gives it a full depth shadow box to it.
And those are 1 in 100 pack odds, and you're not kidding. What's the thickness on those? Like what point are those?
I want to say I haven't tried to put one in there. I'd want to say they're probably around 200.
Jeez, yeah, those are really, really thick.
Yeah, those cards they came out awesome. They're the first time people start to have them in hand, they'll kind of blow their mind. Like I said, the 3 layering on the shadow box because those cards.
So there's like a depth to it with the layering. You're saying, okay?
Yeah. So basically, the top layer, which is the acetate layer, has the normal photo of the player, and then each successive layer going down to the bottom has another photo treatment on it.
Very cool. Oh yeah, you can see the depth perception on that, or the depth of the card.
Yeah, those cards came out awesome. Those were really popular when we did them in non-sports. So comic guys might recognize those from a couple years back.
Another one that immediately caught my eye, and just based on photos, was one of my favorite, the artistic Flair. So explain these cards a little bit. Is it a little bit of a canvas feel to it, or is it still laminate?
It's actually light effects. So it's basically just based off of the old light effects inserts that Flair had in the 90s. Just your classy players, but that whole background is a light effects background with an artistic pattern on there. I wish I had one. I don't have one to show you in person. But I have seen one in person. They came out pretty good.
Nice. Okay. And do you remember how rare these are? Well, I can look it up really quick on the checklist site. So, Artistic Flair. There's 20 cards in the checklist, 1 in 125 packs.
Yeah.
So pretty tough odds on that one there. Here's now. Is this the 93 variation?
Yeah,
of the base?
that's the 93 retro variant we did. See if I have the back one here. All those cards are crash numbered on the back to 93 copies. Again,
Gotcha.
like I said earlier, baseball was the only sport that got a 93 Flair set, and I didn't think that was fair. Hockey fans deserve to see it as well. So just a cool tribute to that set, and like I said, nice clean cards.
Super clean. Yeah, and again, these are all serial numbered out of 93. Here's one that I wanted. So I have become accustomed to, and I'm not a big auto guy. I'm an insert and parallel collector. So that's what I love. I think one of the things about Flair products is that it is where they get a little weird or adventurous on the insert side. And typically we see sticker autos in Flair products, but for the Flair autographics, you guys went with the on-card auto. What was the thought process there?
Well, our attempt in doing these is we wanted to try to mirror the old autographics, the way Skybox issued them in the 90s in basketball. I don't know if you're familiar with how they did that, but basically they would print the entire run of autographics at the beginning of the year. They would be signed throughout the year, and the same design of autographics would be inserted throughout Flair products throughout the year. So this is kind of our attempt at poking the bear on something retro like that. Is if you're going to have a great name like autographics that collectors love, then a cool way to maximize it would be honoring the way that it was before. So you'll see some in Flair, and then you'll probably see some else throughout the year.
In my box, I was actually lucky enough to pull one, the Gabe Perreault.
Oh, nice.
Very nice looking card. And again, though, I think so. What I love about you saying that is it's just another example of the attention to detail that I think in the care that you put into it and wanting to honor the set of the past. Because let's be honest, right? Most collectors wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah.
And I think too, like even the autographics in 2012 Flair Retro had sticker autos. So you really made the extra effort to go back to the original format, and you can tell the card is different. This is the thinnest card that I pulled in the pack, and so I'm assuming it kind of fits that theme of okay, they would have printed the entire run and then randomly dispersed these in multiple different brands and sets throughout.
Yeah, and running it at around 20 points, you can put it pretty much anywhere.
And going back to the gallery that you guys posted, this is the only set, I believe, unless you correct me, that has a few Legends players in it, right?
Yes. In this one, I work to expand it for next year, but yeah, this is the only place where you'll start to see some Legends.
Oh, so Flair's coming back, huh?
I mean, if you like it.
I like it. Okay, good. Well, I'm like, I was doing the math, and it's like if it comes out every 30 years and I'm 48, that's like I didn't like that math, Patrick. So I'm happy
you don't have to hopefully worry about that.
We're not gonna.
We'll keep it at 15 for you.
I'll move on. Okay, cycling through. I'm guessing this is one of the harder or tougher chases in the product. It's something like 1 in 700 packs or something like that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that there's not a easy way to translate this card from an image either. So can you explain Time on Ice?
Good thing I got one.
Oh, there we go. Let's see it.
This card actually started for me a couple years ago. I wanted to make a card that had one of the game spinners inside of it.
Oh, yeah.
So I kind of been throwing Time on Ice around for a while, but yeah, it's a die cut acetate card. Again, the pictures don't do it justice. I'll put my ugly mug behind it so you can see. But yeah, the clock is
raise it up a little bit.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, The clock is clear PETG or clear acetate.
Nice.
You know, with the hands on there. Beautiful card. White treatment on there. Yeah, super tough. Guys that are absolute workhorses getting their due on those.
Yeah, so you're honoring the guys that put in that spend the most time on the ice during the game. So
yeah.
And then again, here's hot numbers. Well, again, here's again the difference between sometimes the images that come out in scanners versus the cards in hand, and so that's why you got to see them in hand.
Yeah.
And to your point, there's no difference, or there's no comparison in what it's in hand versus what the cards look like online. Another auto version of the parallel be Flair for dramatic. Here we have an OV auto. What's the thought process behind this? Just guys that come up big in crunch time?
Yeah, your biggest clutch guys you can count on when the game's on the line, can end up in a set like this.
There we go. Okay, so here's one of the flash and flares, and this is something that I really like the concept of. What I was telling the guys, Patrick, the other day is that it reminds me of, remember those like friendship necklaces that mostly girls would have, where it's like one person gets one half, the other person gets the other half.
Best friends forever.
Yeah, best friends forever. And these are kind of like a little 2-card puzzle piece, where one card is a little bit more common, and then the other one is a little bit more rare. Is this a new card concept, or does this harken back again to the 90s?
Yeah, no, this is a new one. This is kind of one where I just looked at is we actually, we have a lot of different substrates in this set. So I thought it would actually be cool to, make a fusion, make a card that kind of link together using 2 different substrates. So the one you actually have, which I don't have one of those live, but
yeah,
that one's on Light Effects.
Okay.
And then the other half of it
there you
is
go.
on acetate. But they have a mating die cut to where you can put both cards together, and on 2 different substrates, the cards go together. 10-card checklist, same players in both sets, but yeah, designed to where you can put both halves together. But even if you didn't want to chase the harder half or didn't want to chase the whole set, they're beautiful looking cards as a standalone.
What I like about this is I think it might actually encourage some people who have never gone and collected a set of anything.
Yeah.
And very few people collect the base set anymore. Like, for instance, I've collected holotypes, or there's certain little sets that I've done. And I know a lot of people have never taken that jump, but this seems like, well, if you're going to get one, you might as well try to get the other one. And that can really help introduce the idea of, well, if there's an insert that you really like and there's 10 cards in it, maybe it would be fun to, over the next year or so, to collect all 10.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And I think they, it's got a really strong checklist. So it's kind of one of those that's, if you get one, you're kind of want to be encouraged to, if not finish it, at least see what the other half looks like.
Mm-hmm. This is a card that I got. It's Center Spotlight. It's a acetate or PETG card that has die cut around the top. And I would say another hallmark of any Flair set as well is having a fair amount of die cut inserts, right?
And again, this is one that more of a legacy insert in Flair. Center Spotlight was in the first hockey set. Actually, it was in both hockey sets. It was in basketball. It's one of those that just felt right to bring back and give a new touch to it.
Another great looking card that I pulled the non-auto version though, and I have the auto version here, is Hot Hues. And I know that this is not a brand new card, but you want to kind of explain the lineage or heritage behind this one?
Well, so in a way, it's kind of new. It's the inspiration behind these was, if you remember, like the old in baseball, the old Flair team leaders cards that they had.
Yeah.
Or like the old Circa baseball where it was the player and he was popped out and behind him was just a bunch of primary and secondary team logos. that's kind of what I wanted to capture here. Like, we got really fun with a lot of them. A lot of them have some of those third logos you don't see a lot of times in there. But yeah, mostly inspired by those old Flair team leaders cards from the mid 90s, like their usage of just those oversized logos and stuff like that in the background.
It's a really cool set, and I like that it's different, and I think that once people do see it in hand, it's not an overly expensive box. It doesn't seem like at this point too, so it should be a very manageable price point. And you did a great job. And again, I think that what I really appreciate about the work you do is that I'm kind of a details guy, and I think that those add to the history of the set, and they matter to me. So good job on 2025-26 Flair Ultra or Flair Hockey.
That means a lot. I appreciate that. It's one of those things where I wish I could say it felt like work. It was a little headache at some point, but man, it was such a fun ride. And I touched on it earlier, getting to do this product with Gene, and getting to work with some of these people that got to build all these sets. It means so much to me. Some I'll never take for granted. And like I said, I appreciate the compliment, but it's the least I can do. I mean, collectors will expose you if you don't know your stuff.
Well, you must have had a couple of pinch me moments going back to young Patrick collecting cards in the 90s, and if the thought would have ever crossed your mind that you would be building Flair sets at some point in the future.
I just I joked about this with Gene. I just remember the first time I ever saw a Flair, and it wasn't even at like a card shop. It was like a corner store. And granted, this is the early 90s. They had Flair above the cigarettes, above the alcohol, and then Flair. And it was like, you looked at it, and it was like, I'm surprised there wasn't a spotlight on it.
One of those fork in the road moments in your life where it's like, do I go for the alcohol and cigarettes, or do I go for Flair? I think I'll go for Flair.
Going for Flair, and so far it's done me right.
Yeah, there you go. Did you have a favorite card in the set, like one that you just loved the most?
I just probably, and I don't have one to show, but the guaranteed fresh cards I think came out awesome. I hate that we didn't get to touch on those. Those cards were a little bit of a challenge to make, but they're actually cool. They're die cut like the old bread clip.
Oh yeah, I saw that the other day.
Yeah,
and I don't have an image with me, but yeah, it looks like the plastic bag that a loaf of bread comes in.
Exactly. Yeah. We managed to, I saw one when I was doing promo videos a couple of weeks ago, but we didn't get one in our case. Honestly, any card from that set, like those cards came out so cool. Yeah. Anybody's familiar with the little yellow tab?
Yeah.
It's got that same, bright yellow coloration to it. It's got their debut date on there for the fresh date. Those cards came out really cool. And that's a great example, like you said earlier, like Flair products and Flair, you can just have fun with those inserts. And I think that's
get a little weird, which is fun at times.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing I love the most is like, you talk about channeling inner Patrick, I can look at, 12-year-old Patrick or 10-year-old Patrick when I build some of these sets. And I was just like, I remember where these started, and, hopefully I give it a fair shake at keeping it going.
Those guaranteed fresh cards, there's 20 cards on the checklist. It's all rookies and 1 in 500 pack odds. So again, another pretty tough. And you think about, okay, 1 in 500, there's 10 packs in a box. And so that's 1 in every 50 boxes that you're going to find one of those inserts. A couple other just quick details on this for a couple minutes, we look ahead a little bit, because I know this is important to some people. And just to clarify, there are, of course, a lot of autos in the product, but not every box is guaranteed an auto, correct?
You'll average about 4 autos per inner out of every 10 boxes.
Okay, so that's good to know.
About 40%.
Yeah, and Flair's more of a insert and parallel product or brand anyway, so makes sense.
And I agree with that. I mean, I think with a set like this, I mean, autographs are great, but I'm with you. I'm an insert guy.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I would rather get an insanely cool insert than another auto. And I feel like hopefully there's enough of us out there that feel that same way. And this is one of those where I think you'll look at it, and if you hit an auto, you'll be like, oh, that's cool. But if you hit a hot numbers, you'll be like, I'm more excited about this.
Yes. I feel the same way about, we talk about like that with the lure, where we'll like the doubloons or 16-bit, and we know if you get an auto, you're not going to get one of those cards. And so, of course, nobody would turn down a Bedard or McDavid auto or anything like that. But you're kind of hoping, if you're an insert parallel guy like me, and it sounds like you, where in some of these products you don't actually get the auto, you get more of that rare insert instead.
Yeah, and I don't know. I still like to feel like there's enough of us out there that are the same way in that feeling. Like, and that's kind of the person I Flair's for is Flair's. You can chase autos if autos are your thing.
Yeah.
But there's 10 tech cards that I think you'll feel better about pulling than an auto. At least that's my hope. Like,
I couldn't agree with you more. Will this product end up on e-Pack at some point? Is there a plan for that or no?
Yeah, it does have a planned e-Pack release.
Okay. Good to know for people. What are you working? What else do you have coming out in the next few months? Any other hockey sets that you've been working on that you're excited about?
I'm trying to think. I've been on a building streak. I just finished building Premier, Stature.
Who's Stature?
Yeah. Bunch of golf.
Okay, we're not a golf show.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to think. Upcoming, all the SP. My next release will be SPX 25, 26.
Okay, that's at the beginning of May, right?
Yeah, that is coming up.
Just give me a couple nuggets on SPX that you're excited that people should look forward to in that one.
I mean, again, if you're in the kind of person who looks at a product like Flair and thinks it's awesome, SPX is probably in your ballpark too.
Yeah.
Very techie set. It just got a facelift the Celebrini year. So yeah, a lot of that went to trying to recapture a lot of that cool 90s feel. SPX was a very tech heavy set when it hit.
Yep.
It was head and shoulders above, anything UD had done as far as a premium card, I feel like at that point. And so, it's just, again, if you're an SPX fan, if you like flashy, if you like foil board, chance at some cool autos, but at the same time, chance at pulling some insanely cool, tech cards, simulated hologram cards, stuff like that. There's still a lot out there for you, no matter what you're after. But yeah, very tech heavy set again.
Okay. Any fun PC pickups that you've procured lately?
Not read necessarily recently.
Okay.
Yeah,
they got to let you out of the new office and into some shows so you can buy some cards, Patrick.
Two kids under 2. That's where all the money goes, man. I get a card now and I got to sneak it in like it's something illegal.
You got to sneak it in the house in a diaper box?
No. Yeah.
I hear. All right, man. Well, congratulations. You built. I was very impressed and really, really excited. And again, I hope people that are not used to this will maybe do a little bit of homework, look back a little bit, give it a chance. It is a little bit different, but that's a good thing, right? We don't want homogenous hockey products coming out. Variety is the spice of life, and almost every card, I do think I would put Flair and Allure up there with some of the nicest base cards in recent sets that have come out. And so, and then you do get with the parallels, the photo varieties and variations. It's just a really good product, and good job by you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me on. I hope everybody out there, if you're on the fence about it, give it a rip. I'm biased, but I think it feels great, looks good. Again, thank you for having me on.
All right, Patrick. We'll talk to you again soon, buddy.
All right, have a good one.
Yeah, bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Appreciate it very much. Again, Patrick joining the show. thoughts on the info he shared with you guys? What are your initial impressions so far of 25-26 Flair?
Big fan. I loved how he got the original artwork, how he tracked down the people involved.
That was cool.
It was excellent how he did that. Yeah, because that's the first thing we said when we saw the box. We're like, whoa, big home run on the box art. Yeah. And no kidding. It's from the 90s, which is great.
Yeah, it was exciting to hear him talk about working with Gene and how excited he was that process, like how it wasn't a job for him making this set. You know, it was a love of doing this set, and, you know, dating back to his childhood memories of, you know, opening this back in the day. And so it was fun to kind of just see his excitement talking about the cards and talking about the inserts and why he added these and that and the other. And it got me excited because I am still, you know, at this moment while you're watching this, I will have opened my box, but I haven't yet. And so it got me very excited going through those cards and seeing what they look like in hand, and got me really excited to open it up.
It's what EX 2000 should have been.
Yeah, maybe.
That's how I kind of feel. Yeah.
I don't break cases and cases of product. I open very few boxes, and I think for me, what I realized how enjoyable this was, like, I was done opening the box and I immediately thought, oh yeah, I could see myself buying a box or two at the expo. And when we're at the Chateau Gongshow and Friends Night, I would love to open more of this product. And I didn't even hit like a super big card.
There's probably not even a super big card. It's an insert.
Oh, there's a big Schaefer, like parallel, like low numbered parallels that I'm sure will go for good money.
What if we all went in on a case together? That would be kind of fun.
No, I'm trying.
How about you pay?
When you go on, technically everyone pays the same amount, but
well, technically that could happen, or you could pay all the amount. We could pretend, we could smile and do this.
You guys can share the love and open all the packs for me. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You keep the cards. We'll open the packs with you. There, it's a good deal.
Yeah,
I like my plan better.
Moving along. We also this week got a little sneak peek at 26-27 Upper Deck Series 1.
Yeah, let's check it out.
And excited to get your guys' opinions on some of the design. I didn't pick them all. I picked 3 because we want to, ease into it a little bit. This is looking ahead pretty far in the distance. It won't come out till fall, typically around mid-October, early November, that kind of time frame. So again, I picked 3 designs for us to judge and react to today. You guys ready to take a look?
I'm excited. Yeah.
All right, here's the base card design for 26-27 Series 1. Upper Deck showed the deluxe of Nikita Kucherov.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I like the bottom. It adds.
How do you describe that to the good listener, Phil?
I don't know. I don't know. I would very open card on top, photography, diagonal design on the bottom. Maybe a centimeter on the left, and then it goes about 3 times this scale diagonally upwards to the other side of the card. I like the way the player's name is above the design.
Yeah,
it's strong. I think it looks good. Kind of reminds me of like an old Bauer skate or something.
Yeah.
And
it's like semi-transparent, the footer or the bottom border.
Yeah.
Like you can see they didn't cut him off at the knee there, Kucherov.
You can see his skate and the puck through the design. That's pretty cool.
The foot over the Lightning logo kind of sucks, but I think that's just because of the photograph, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Now here's the Young Guns, and this is the Anton Frundell. So giving a little hint that he'll be in Series 1, or probably more than a hint, a dead giveaway.
Sharp, real sharp.
Again, I like how the outburst extends basically to the bottom.
Yeah. There's a good improvement on that.
Great improvement. And I love overlapping layers, like the Young Guns over his shin pads. You see the skate above Anton. What a card, man. Oh, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Louis, hop on. Give us your opinion on the Young Guns.
I love the card. I love how they kind of stuck with it running down to the bottom with the red outburst in the back there. I don't want to be Debbie Downer. The only thing I'm still trying to figure out is the guns part.
The font is a little weird. Like when you it's sort of like got little feathers or little hairs that come off it.
I bet you the white. Do you see how the gray, like the feathering? I bet you that's to accentuate the white. I bet you it'll pop in person. It'll really come out of the card. I'm very confident it will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one more card that I had to show in particular for Dave and Phil because they did tease the bootlegs design.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Oh, that is awesome.
I like that.
Oh,
so they went with the white background this year, not the black. You guys are on board with that?
Yeah, that's good. That. And rare. I'm down with it if it's equally as rare because rarity means more money, right, Josh?
Yeah, Phil. Well, you should be very happy. They made it twice as rare. So the first run, the pack odds were 1 in 1,400 or so. These are 1 in 2,880 packs.
Oh. Who are the players?
How many cases is that?
Doesn't matter. What are the players? No, don't do the math first.
The checklist isn't out, Phil. Just the design. So we only know Matthew Schaefer.
We're a checklist company.
They don't publish the checklist till a week before the product comes out 6 months from now.
Boy, tickle. All right.
I was given this world. I didn't make it, Phil.
I do like the 2 pictures on the
dude, the
awesome.
the WWF chromed out lettering and man,
the lettering's awesome.
Woo, that's great. Yeah,
of the colors, it's
like local stock car racing, sort of like the airbrush kind of vibe. Okay, so these are 1 in every 240 boxes.
Okay.
Which is 1 in 20 cases to hit.
Okay, that's what I thought because I remember that they were 1 in 10 cases before.
They might as well call it that might as well be an Easter egg. I know, like the definition means it's not an ounce, but that's Easter egg odds right there, if not more rare. I want to know.
Go ahead,
players, man. I'm curious.
You gotta wait. Patience, young grasshopper.
Yeah, I wonder. I would think they would have some duplicate players in there just because they used up basically all the big names in the first one. So I would think they can't just like go with, not have maybe a Crosby or a Ovechkin or a McDavid.
Maybe they'll do older players. You won't know them.
Maybe they won't do all of them, but some of them.
Well, maybe do like Matt Sundin or Daniel Alfredson.
Yeah, but they don't do retired players, right? Like,
well, it'd be nice if they did.
I agree, but they don't. Yeah. I would love to see that.
Of the 3 cards we saw in our sneak peek, it doesn't make me pretty dang excited for 26, 27.
Jacked up, man. Real jacked up. I bought a Crosby Deluxe for like $15 the other day. One of the nicest cards in my whole collection. I'm really on these Deluxe, that upper deck blue. So it's just beautiful, man. Cool. I want it on my hockey cards. It's nice.
Personal pickups, Phil.
Well, I'm lying. I have it behind me, but I can't show it to you because I'm saving it for Friday nights with Phil.
Fine.
Yeah. So you'll see it Sunday.
David?
I got 1 card.
Lies.
And 1 card.
I got nice. So I'm still continuing very slowly but surely my all-time Future Watch auto set. This is the Lanny McDonald.
How many
I'm at, I think, 38.
That's it?
Yeah. I thought I was almost done when I thought it was 50.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments is Dave in the car realizing that there's double the checklist that he thought there was.
And it was me who told him the level of doubt. Dave's like, obviously Phil's wrong. It's like, no, he's right on that one. You're like,
I ate some major humble pie on that one. Yeah.
I'm the one who corrected so sick.
But the Lanny McDonald is cool because you couldn't get it with the actual original set. So because he didn't have a signed copy of this card, and so you had to get this. This is a
redemption,
not a redemption, but
an
update from the new ingrained icon set.
Oh, so they put this card in the ingrained?
Yeah, correct. Yep.
Oh, that's wild, crazy. Okay.
So so happy to add that one. I'm 1 small step closer.
What'd that set you back, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, and the McDonald wasn't that much. It was like 1 something.
The Dion's are getting to be like 350 now.
40, 50.
But you're driving the market up on yourself.
I know. I'm my own I realized that last week. I'm like, wait a minute. When I buy these eBay cards, I'm the comp. When I go to the show, the guy's reference.
Every time
it happened to me at the show. I'm like, no, I'm the comp. He's like, well, it's a comp. I'm like, ah.
Oh yeah, it was cheap. It was like $115.
Nice.
Yeah. So not bad.
My card is a more budget-friendly one. It's kind of cheap, but I think they're really cool, and probably a Phil card too, if I had to guess. But I got a 2018-19 O-Pee-Chee Wayne Gretzky Original 6. This was a Walmart limited edition exclusive. Came in retail. Not sure how rare. Couldn't find any rarity, but there's only 10 public sales of a Gretzky on Card Ladder, so it's got to be decently hard to find and very cheap. Paid $17 US for this card. I just think it's a great looking card.
Whole set for under $100. Gretzky is like triple the cost of everybody else. That's what it is. Maurice Richard, beautiful set. Beautiful. When they take time to make the photograph and they edit it and do their Photoshop things to match the design of the card, that's when the magic really happens. And that's what these cards have.
How many cards are in that set?
I don't know.
10 maybe?
I already answered one of your questions, Dave. I can't answer them all for you.
It's going to have to start.
I don't expect you to. I'm asking Josh.
Fair.
Everybody have fun?
Yeah.
Good
time.
Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Good show, boys. If you like the episode, please leave a rating, review on Apple, Spotify, whatever podcast app you listen to us on. If you love the show, if you love Louie, maybe too much. Ooh. But you want to support us and chat with us on the Hockey Cards Gongshow Discord server, please consider a $5 a month donation. Join our $999 support level tier on Patreon. Link is in the show description, in our Instagram, TikTok profiles, on our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, or the Patreon website, patreon.com, and just search for Hockey Cards Gong Show. We're on social media. Follow the Gong Show on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. And boys, the Hockey Cards Gong Show podcast is a production of Dogbox Ventures, LLC. Have an awesome weekend.
Yeah.
And yeah, Louie, take us out.
Bye.
It's the Gong Show, we're dropping the facts. Hockey cards on fire, no holding us back. Josh looking sharp, the face of the scene. Feeling pork chop pants, rocking it clean. Baba Louie in the booth, he's the man with the plan. The best producer in all the land. Gong Show Nation, let's hit the flow. It's the Hockey Cards Gong Show, let's go, let's go. Wanna say the minute show.
So excited!
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!